Hello and welcome, everybody. My name is WalkmanEXE, your dungeon master for tonight's festivities, and once again we are back with another Legends of Stoneharbor. It has been a while. I apologize. I have been busy with work, and I've been able to schedule like a few sessions, and some of these delightful people have been in school with finals, so it's been chaos. But now we're back, and we'll get to be able to run a session that'll be fun and great and won't be traumatic or terrible for anyone. When last we left off, the group was in the village of Millford, and unfortunately the video file from that last episode did get corrupted. So what we're gonna do is do a large recap of episode 4 as well as episode 5, and this will be the new episode 5, so if that's confusing, deal with it. So with episode 4, the group decided to leave Stoneharbor as they were advised by Dray James Payton that he had established a group known as the Freedom Initiative, and that things were not as they seemed, so the group needed to return to the headquarters in the fostering kingdom of Broken Blade, which was on the direct border of the neighboring kingdom of Duskmoor. So basically they had to cross from Crestholm into Duskmoor into Broken Blade. Easy enough. So the group left Stoneharbor, heading through Crestholm to the border village of Millford, where they encountered some orcs along the road, fought them, and upon dispatching their chieftain, they were able to enter Millford and kind of like get some rest and recuperation. Arya signed up with a local adventuring guild, which has foundations in other kingdoms and other places, so it's kind of, well, I guess it's nationally founded, but whatever, and earned the rank of silver adventurer, which is awesome. Then from there the group left Millford, heading towards the border of Duskmoor so that they could cross in, passing through the Deathstalker wilds. While doing so, they encountered another group of marauding orcs as well as a green hag. The group faced great difficulty in dispatching these foes, and suffered some loss of vitality and took quite a few hits. Upon passing through there, they studied the ruins of an ancient elven temple that seemed to be in dedication to the Fae and their god, the elven pantheon, specifically Corel and Larethia and the Star Mother. Before the group made it to Gelkedion, the capital of Duskmoor, that was situated on the border, kind of as a, I don't know, like, power move. I mean, if you position your capital on the border, you're basically saying, hey, we're never going to get invaded. Or you're trying to make that statement. So the group passed into Gelkedion and immediately split up, looking for signs of Freedom Initiative activity. And while Arya was able to kind of uncover some notes of activity and regroup with Hessian and June, Qyburn and Dray actually stumbled upon a leader of the initiative and a former ally of Dray's, Evelyn. And the two shared a bit of a heartfelt moment. And that is where we'll pick up, and I will go down the line introducing my players and the characters that they play. First, we have the amazing and wonderful Zammy playing June Providence, the fairy sorcerer.
Hello.
Next up, we have Mr. Sandman himself, Doc, playing Qyburn Vassarat, the Harsaf cleric.
So I'm not amazing, is what you're saying?
You're magnanimous. How's that?
Acceptable.
We have the veteran of my campaigns, who currently positive adjectives aren't coming to mind, so I'll just say, I immediately blanked on it. Never mind. This introduction basically sums up our relationship, doesn't it, Josh?
Yeah, no, it really does. You don't have anything positive to say about me. All I do is say positive things to you. I mean, wow. I'm kidding. I love you.
It's it is an awkward introduction, and that is basically the entirety of our relationship is awkward introductions.
Yeah.
Playing the sole human of the group, a sorcerer of their own right, Arya Maverick.
I'm so cool.
Played by Josh Kaposh. Had to do the actual name drop. Then we have Colin playing Dray James Payton, the current protagonist of this story,
Oh God, how do I follow that up?
who is an Aasimar fighter.
How do I follow up that intro? Just can't do it.
You could scream for 5 episodes as you power up your attack.
All right, getting ready.
Please don't.
No.
My audio editing can only do so much.
Break this episode too.
And then lastly, but certainly not least, the amazing Star playing Hessian Oxfin Polynute, the Ellen Paladin.
Uh-huh. That's all I got.
Those are words.
Yes.
So
I know that alphabet.
Like I said when last we left off, Dray had uncovered Evelyn, a former ally who he shared a special connection with. Read into that what you will, but don't write any fan fiction, or if you do, consult Colin for the canon.
Please, I'm open for business.
Colin's like, yes, feed my soul. So yeah, that is where we will pick up in the temple, where you all had gathered. The temple, which, if I remember correctly, was... Oh, shoot, no, it wasn't dedicated to one god. It was actually a, kind of pantheon-style cathedral where there were multiple shrines. And so, you, after kind of, hugging for a moment, Evelyn kind of breaks away and looks at you and and says, "Well, you've, certainly changed your look."
Yeah, the longer hair was a decision. It just happened over time. And the clothes. I didn't think I was ever gonna see you.
So, what are you even doing here?
I was partying with a group. I know it's been so long. I don't know where you are with your life, but it made me realize how long I've been gone and how much has happened. How I left everything behind, and I needed to come back, and I brought them with me. We've been looking for signs of the initiative. I just need to see you.
She kind of takes a bit of a step back and just goes, "Well, you've seen me. So what now?"
Yeah, I know it's been a lifetime for me.
2.5 years, Dray.
I know. And I have no right to come back into your life like this, but I just want everything up again, and figure out what happened. And if you want to have coffee and catch up, catch up is such a simple word for what we need to do, but
Coffee?
something
Catch
like
up?
that. I don't know.
You've been gone for 2.5 years. You left
I know,
without
I'm
saying
sorry.
anything.
I
We've had to run this on our own with no guidance. What?
I know.
What part of dropping back in and expecting to pick things up where they left off is your idea of a good thing?
It's not, but it needs to be, it has to be. I can't live like this anymore. I can't keep running from my life anymore. I realized that, and I know I have no right to interfere with yours, and you're probably in a completely different spot by now, and you and Julian, and I left you all behind. I left everything behind, but I just want to take this. I don't know what I want. I just want to know you again, and know the initiative again, and get familiar with this life that I left again. Don't want that. Understand. I just want to make up for everything, and that's such a hard thing to do, and I know that. I know how long I've been gone, and I can't put it into words. I've been having trouble putting things into words ever since I left. But I just want to get to know you. I want
You cut out there for a bit. All I heard was "I want," and it just cut out. And...
how far back did that cut off?
I just the last thing you said. I just said "I want," and then it cut off.
I want my life back. Did that cut through?
That cut through. I was able to hear you. Evelyn again takes another step back, and she just kind of starts pacing as you were going through your spiel. And once you kind of like ended with "I want my life back," she just stopped pacing, and it looks like she's taking a minute to kind of like consider what all you've said. Like, this is a lot to process for her, because suddenly you're back and you're spouting a lot of things. And so she stops and processes for a moment, and she goes, "So you want to get to know me?"
Yes, if that's okay.
Okay. I'll give you the opportunity. But I am letting you know now, Dray, I am setting the rules here. You have been gone, and I have had to make do. And so, here's the bottom line. You are free to hang around and do whatever the hell you want. But so long as you're here and wanting to get to know me, you work for the initiative. Not as equals, not as friends. You are my subordinate. Is that clear?
It's clear.
And your friends, they're free to join if they choose to. I'm not expecting them to hang around or care about the cause or do any of that. But if they want to help, I will accept welcome hands. And she kind of looks over at Kyburn and says, "So what do you say?"
Well, I've already agreed to help. Well, the question is, what am I helping?
The Freedom Initiative stands for a central principle, and that is that no individual, no one race or species or creed or religion is meant to stand over and enslave another through barbaric acts or cruelty. And so the Freedom Initiative exists to liberate those who have been enslaved and allow them the freedom to pursue the lives they choose.
I see. Taking some notes down.
She takes note of you. She takes note of you taking notes.
Oh, don't worry. This little thing I'm putting together. This whole operation you people have set up, it's intriguing.
Thank you. She looks back at Dray. I assume that you didn't just come with one person.
No, we split up.
Well then, I will. She walks over and she just hands you a slip of paper, and she says, "This is the inn that I'm staying at. Once you gather your comrades, perhaps you can meet me there and we can discuss a job that I've been offered."
See. Sounds then.
She nods and she takes her exit.
So it begins.
Indeed.
Never. Well, kid.
Alright. We should go back and see what the others.
Whatever you say.
We set up a meeting place. I'd assume.
We did indeed. Let's go there right now.
Yes.
So the meeting place you set up was the center of town. I've gone ahead and pinged it.
Yes, it was the center of town. Yeah, exactly. Yes.
Very clear.
Yeah, okay.
So...
Good work, us.
Arya, June, and Hessian, you guys have been waiting at the meeting place for a while by the time that Kyburn and Dray arrive. What have y'all been doing to pass the time?
Other than... The fuck do I do again? Is it crochet?
Oh my god. Hessian, yes. Hessian crochets. She does not
crochet.
knit.
How dare you?
Sorry. They do not knit.
How dare you times two?
He does not crochet.
Look. Hessian's gender is going to be an enigma until the day they die.
Fuck. Oh wait. Could
I'm
I
just-
be talking to June?
Yeah, you could have been chatting with June this whole time. Like, I'm not restricting what you do. I'm just asking you what you guys have been doing while you've been waiting.
Hey, where's June's horse? Is it with him?
No, it's in the stable, I think.
Yeah, you dropped it off at a stable. At like you basically stopped at an inn. You all didn't really like. You booked a room for the night just to be able to like take use of the stables, but there's no necessary like commitment to stay there. If you guys choose to stay there, like you can still meet with Evelyn and not stay at the same inn as her. It's entirely up to y'all. You basically just booked the room so you could use their stables.
Alright.
I'll nap.
You're napping.
Arya naps.
We've had a long week.
Yes.
A long week has no hit points of damage.
You fucking coward.
Well, pardon me, I have to recover some spell slots. Poof.
Yeah, wonder where the spell slots went.
Well,
Think I should
Hessian,
talk to
have you traveled a lot?
Oh, Christ. Oh no, no accent. Yeah. Oh yeah, I've traveled quite a bit actually.
Do you know any place specifically, or just traveling for fun, adventure? I don't know.
Shit, where the frick was I even from?
You've traveled. Like you haven't left the like general area of the kingdom you were born in, but you've traveled to a few other kingdoms. Like Crestholm, going to Stoneharbor is probably the farthest you've actually gone from where you were born. But you've been around. Like you've been. Good God, how old is Hessian?
Sweating balls.
Yeah, no, old. If I remember correctly. Yeah, you've been around. You've been you've been to Broken Blade before. You've been to Duskmoor. You've been to Split Helm for a time. Like you've been around the various kingdoms of this country. But Crestholm and Broken Blade is Crestholm and Stoneharbor is probably the farthest you've ventured away from home, though.
Trying to think.
Wandering's kind of been all you've been doing for a while.
Oh shit. Frick, I forgot to. I'll say it later. What did you ask?
They literally just I answered the question that they asked. It was, do you travel?
There you go.
And it's yes, a lot.
Yeah, travel shit ton.
Gosh, it's a lot traveling. Mainly seems like you've been wandering a lot of the time.
Yeah, wandering. He's looks down at his knitting.
You guys have so much
Now, shut up.
chemistry.
Oh my god. Sorry,
Shut
did you wanted to say something? I kind of cut you off there.
No, you're fine. Like, I mean, with the word wandering, he, like, looks more closely at his heckin' crochet. Shit! Whatever it is.
It's crochet.
Yes, star.
There's a very specific way to pronounce it.
Crow fuck. Alright. Yeah. Then he turns to June. Well, what about you? Have you ever been out of, where's he? Do I know where he's from? Like, he was from that place with the plague?
He
I-
lived there for a while, so that's about all you know about June.
You've ever gone and lived anywhere else than that? Please, 'cause I forgot his name.
I mean, yeah, I would say the same thing, but it's kind of with your whole situation where I've wandered a lot, mainly because of business, and all that, because I sell my potions and I just have to travel a lot in order to get my money and find a place to stay. But I was staying at Stoneharbor for quite some time because I found that business was more successful there. Yeah. And I got to learn my way around. Yeah, there's not much I can really say about traveling. I've traveled a lot though, I would say. Not as much as you, I suppose, but I would say I traveled a lot.
Sounds like a nice journey so far. You always travel with. Did you call your horse Butterscotch?
Windrunner. Windrunner.
Windrunner. I always instantly think of Butterscotch. Sorry. Yes, your horse.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. When I had to start from square one, so I didn't really have a horse at first, but eventually got myself a wagon, all that, and I travel a lot with my horse. Yeah.
I'm having a stroke. Sorry. Fashion gives you a nice little smile, like, well, I'm glad you at least have some company. It must get lonely traveling. Well, I suppose now it's not, since you have a group, but...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not always fun talking to a horse that doesn't respond back. Yeah, it's nice to travel with the group in general. I enjoy the company, actually. I don't know about Aria, but I enjoy
Don't know about Aria. I think she's just
Aria's great.
Aria snoring.
Aria's great. You know,
Yeah.
I don't know about the whole church situation though. But yeah. Along with that, the burns, right? You got burned. I saw you got burned. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You freaking just see Passion smile, just like twitch, very excited, like, well, yes, the burns, those look quite alright, just accidents.
Yeah. Gosh.
They happen, it's fine.
Sticks are everywhere. I don't know, really. Christ.
I'd say at this point, as they are finishing up like that specific bit of their conversation, Dray and Kyvern, you walk up and just kind of see June and Hessian in kind of some, not necessarily serious, kind of like wistful discussion, and Arya is just like fucking asleep on like a bench.
Good to see that morale is up.
Just a little chit chat. I do hope we can spend a lot more time together, June.
Oh, yeah. Anytime.
I started a new section in my notebook.
I swear I'm gonna steal that fucking notebook.
The friendship complex.
I shoot it.
I already have some stuff to write down for Dray.
Ooh.
Okay, go off.
Yeah.
Freaking pencils.
The Dray complex.
Dray, Kai, Ben. Actually, no, I'll have him call you
Alright.
Mr. Sandman.
Gosh. You guys took long.
How did
Do
you
not
know
call me
that?
that.
That's Sandman.
No, it's okay.
I appreciate the sentiment, but it is distasteful.
Did anyone find anything?
Understandable. We found.
Are you?
Oh, yeah, no, I nudged Arya away.
What? Yes. Hello. No
Alright, did you
accent.
find something?
Yeah.
Non-burning churches in your sleep.
Well, what?
Yeah, what did we say?
I'm just mumbling up from my writing.
Okay.
What we find?
What?
Yeah, English.
So Walker, we got a note. Was it? What was it? Because we.
Yeah. We did.
Oh gosh.
Arya got a
No.
note of like meeting places of the Freedom Initiative.
I have this paper of meeting places of this Freedom Initiative that you are part of, right?
I earlier. Well, we found a leader in the initiative. They gave us an address.
From
No.
the sound of it, he's the leader now.
Yes. Well,
Uh-uh.
got interesting. We are to head here. When are we supposed to head to the address?
She did not provide a set time. She just said to meet her there.
Yeah.
Well, we are to head here at any time in the next 2 hours. Please, I feel the need to re-encourage that this is an obvious volunteer thing. Any of you don't want any part of this.
If
further.
we didn't want to be here, we wouldn't be here. Can we just get this over with?
Right, of course. So, when do you think we should all head there? I'd prefer sooner.
I would
I
love
say
to
we
check this
get the
place
info
out.
now, rest for the night, and then head out the next morning.
Oh, that works too.
Anyone else?
I mean, the address she
Well,
gave you is
folks.
in the city.
Yeah. No, it's there. We just need to go check it. Are you sure we could
But-
quick
Well,
stop?
Why are we going there? Did she give a particular reason?
She has a mission for me. Other things that are more complicated for us
Just
to get
for
into.
Dray, just for Dray.
Oh,
But
okay.
if you
No, we don't need
come
to help
along,
him with anything. I mean,
She said that if she
already
could use
said.
any help, that any of you would be willing to offer.
oh, that's good
That
to
is
have.
up to you.
Excuse me, I'm in a very chipper mood today.
I can tell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, so I'd say we go now, get whatever the mission is, and I like what Kyron said about resting, possibly, right after we get it.
Yes, of course.
Anyone have anything against that at all?
Sounds pretty good to me.
Wonderful.
All right, so let's head to the address.
All right. So I will go ahead and start moving you all over to the building.
I don't remember what my accent was.
It was
I'm
like
pretty sure.
It was Scottish, I think.
it sounded pretty
Yeah.
Irish.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Sounds
Irish,
like
yeah.
Scottish, Canadian, or
Hello there,
Irish.
my name is Harya. Okay, yeah.
A little less thick.
Yeah, a little.
That's your-
Well, arguably it
We're
was
doing it
more
just fine.
thick.
It was. Jeez.
Okay, just
Leveling
imagine like a female Damon. That's basically what you fucking sounded like.
Ah, there we
to-
go.
that-
You have to stick to an accent anyway. All over the place.
Accent.
Eats and
It's
Yeah,
okay.
we do. All right.
Yeah.
Okay, so as you all head to this inn, you all walk through the front doors of the inn, which was called the Resting Giant. As you all arrive here, you kind of see why it was called such. The establishment is full of like these weapons used for like slaying larger beasts, like great battle axes, warhammers, long swords with specific enchantments behind glass cases, and the patronage is primarily a mixed group, mostly adventurers though. And those behind the bar, as well as the servers, all seem battle-hardened, like retired soldiers. or adventurers themselves. And sitting at a table on the second floor, kind of like close to the railing in plain view, is Evelyn.
Okay.
Way over. Assuming everyone follows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. As you all arrive there, Evelyn is just kind of like sitting there with like a glass of water in front of her. And as you all kind of like sit down around the table, immediately, like within 5 seconds of like Arya's like within 5 seconds of the last person's like butt hitting the chair, there is a server there just. Why, hello there! My name is Fidwick. I will be your server today. This is my flair. He points to like this bright bow tie that has like a kitty cat face on it, and he goes, and I will be taking care of you. Now tell me, what can we get for you all at the Sleeping Giant?
Oh my goodness.
Do they have strawberries?
And Evelyn's just like, I'll still just stick with the water, thank you. All right, just the water.
I will have water as well.
2 waters.
I kind of mumble up for my scribbling. It's something light.
Light?
Something light.
Something light. All right, I can recommend a few things. Do you have a certain preference?
Not at all.
Okay. He just kind of like looks pleadingly to June, Arya, and Nesh.
Do you have any specials of the day?
Fruit.
I do have a special of the day. He brightens up and like hands you all this. He hands you a little flyer, and it's this special for a type of sandwich.
Oh.
It is called the Warrior's Rest sandwich. He's like, you're gonna have to. I will apologize. A lot of items do have rest at the end of the title. It's just more of a statement on after you eat it, you feel full and you know you usually want to take a nap.
I'll take it.
Great! 1 Warrior's Rest, and he just kind of looks at Kyburn. A salad.
No,
You said something light, no
I'll
preference.
have one of your sandwiches and a light alcohol. No, it's more. What time is it?
It's 5 o'clock somewhere.
Yeah, fuck. Said what I meant what I said.
So he's like, all right, a light ale and a Warrior's Rest sandwich. And for you two, fine gentlemen.
Were you gonna go first?
Ah, shit, here we go again. Do you have anything that has something fruity, preferably strawberry, and anything like that? You know?
We do have a fruit salad, and additionally, well, it's not like it's an actual salad with fruit. It is actually it's just all fruit that is mixed together like a salad.
Ooh.
Additionally, we have a few summertime ales that have fruit mixed in with the brew. We've got a strawberry ale, a blueberry ale. We have an apple ale. We even have a lemon cordial, which I've heard is delightful.
I'll take the fruit salad, right? Is that how it's called?
Yes, we have a fruit salad.
All right. I'll take that and the lemon. I already forgot what it was called.
Lemon cordial, got it. Thank you.
Yes.
And for you, sir?
Let me think. Probably take one of those sandwiches and some water.
Another sandwich and some water. All right. Oh, I almost forgot. He turns to Arya. What was your drink order?
Oh, I'll just have a water.
So 4 waters, a light ale, a lemon cordial, 3 of the special sandwiches, and a fruit salad. I got it. I will be right back. And he heads down the stairs.
I'm so sorry. I didn't actually want to buy food, but then he got sad. Now, anyway, yes.
That's
There's a question
okay.
situation.
The service
Didn't wanna
here is a horn.
Oh. Hello?
What?
Yeah. What?
So, are you going to introduce us, or what?
Right.
Okay.
yeah.
I was waiting on like Dray to ask a
Uh,
question, but if everybody's...
Right, everyone, this is Evelyn, my friend from back in initiative days.
I thought you said no more friend.
I...
Evelyn says, we were friends. Now we will just be working together.
My apologies.
Of course.
Acquaintances.
We'll say for the time being, this will be an employer-employee situation.
Right.
Which would make all of you, if you choose to accept this job, employees.
Right.
Right, so down to business. The job at current is more of a recruitment mission. We are having a bit of issues just within the initiative itself. The leadership essentially is divided between Julian and myself, and we have our own ideals on how things should be done. Julian is all for recruiting whoever, regardless of their motives, just so long as they will do what he asks of them, and I prefer people who actually believe in our ideals of freedom and equality. So,
Here.
No, nothing. Excuse me. No.
so the job right
I continue.
Oh, okay.
Sorry. I continue writing. I'm taking.
So as she kind of like looks at the table, she's like, so currently I was actually here doing some recruitment amongst the local clergy and monks to see about getting people to join us, and if they wouldn't join us, at least maybe providing resources like healing supplies or healers, people who would be non-combatants. Additionally, maybe providing shelter or just holy symbols or funeral rites for those of us who do pass. Just basically trying to negotiate a deal with these priests and monks to assist us. And recently in Gelkedion, they've been having some issues at the local cemetery. The priests there have said that they have been citing undead. And so they wanted me to go ahead and take care of it and bring along whoever I shall at the time to deal out justice. So your timing is opportune. I was going to go to some of my members, but knowing Dray's combat history, I know that you all are most likely also equally capable. So I am extending the invitation to you first.
But I think we will take it, of course.
She kind of just
Everyone
looks
on
at the
board?
rest of you.
Alrighty.
I don't look up.
Well, I guess if he's in, I'm in at least.
I'm sure we're all in this together.
Yeah.
I just nod as I hear them all.
Yeah. Teamwork, yeah, guys.
All right, everyone.
Very
I guess
well
we're in then.
Very well then. Take some time to stock up or rest, whatever you need to do, and I will meet you all in the cemetery this evening. We will go ahead and do a quick scouting mission, and if there are any undead, we will deal with them and try and root out the source.
Sounds good.
All right.
She finishes her water, gets up, and heads off somewhere else in the inn. And
Dray
as
refrains from saying.
as she gets up, Fidget comes back and is like, "I have brought your food." And your drinks. Here is your water, your lemon cordial, your light ale, and your sandwiches, and a fruit salad.
Thank you.
You will have to let me know how that is.
And he
What's the one thing again?
is like, I will come back later to bring you all the dessert menu. I would just like to let you know now. Before any dessert is added, here is your bill. And he goes ahead and sets it on the table. He's like, will you be dividing this amongst 5 parties, or will this be on one person?
What's the
I'll
bill?
cover it.
Are you sure? Are you sure you want to cover it?
How much is it?
He passes you the bill. I'll just send you an amount,
200
Josh.
gold.
300 gold pieces.
500 gold.
Jesus.
Shit. When was the last time I sent you a message on Discord?
A very long time ago.
There we go.
Oh my god.
Ouch.
There you go.
Oh, it's not too bad. I'll cover it. Sorry. I'll cover it.
Alright, you sound
Such
weird.
a
Are you
blessing
okay?
you are.
You want
You need some water, you should drink up.
Can I just pay the bill right now? Is it like a possibility? Because I don't think we're gonna be going for dessert. Alright.
Certainly, you all can go ahead and pay it, and if you want any dessert later, I will just bring a separate bill.
Awesome. And I pay it.
Jesus.
Dray quickly finishes his water, and then he like looks at everyone. Would you all be okay stocking up on things? There's someone I want to talk to before we go out. Do you want to stay here, another place?
I'm going to finish my meal. Try to get over the awkward tension we just faced.
I don't know what you're talking about, but okay.
And
Nothing's
then,
awkward.
then I'll stock up. I will all meet at the cemetery either way. So it's whatever
Alrighty
works.
then. I will see you all then. Might I have the note with all the initiative spots on it again?
And I give it to him.
Alrighty. And Dray nods to his
To his what?
close.
To his fellows and departs post haste.
Gives you a nice
Wait,
friendly
so we're just-
smile and nods back. Epic.
And I eat my food.
His look quickly becomes stern as he leaves the building.
Yeah, Dray just turns to Arya and goes, "General, another settlement needs your help. I've marked its location on your map."
Oh my god.
I
Who's
kid,
the
but
dead person?
it does, honestly. It feels a little like Preston Garvey, no of it.
Yeah.
My god.
I've been playing a lot of Fallout 4, don't judge me.
Comparing Dray to fucking Garvey makes me very happy.
Oh yeah, sure it does, Kate.
Shut up.
Damn, Daniel.
Now I'm upset. Alright. I'm gonna eat my sandwich. Arya's gonna be upset for no reason.
What
Alright,
the fuck, man?
I feel like Qyburn is either a far more intelligent strong or a less morally rigid paladin dance.
I can't even
Yes,
tell you what it
Paladin
is.
dance. All the way.
I have no idea what you're talking about, and I don't.
Ooh-wee.
Awesome. Fallout 4. Anyway,
I never played Fallout 4.
I've never
It's
played
pretty
Fallout
alright.
either.
It's not
It was
He's
like,
been nodding along.
it was okay.
it's not the end all be
It's
all.
not
It's pretty
along.
alright.
Yeah.
Yeah, I nibble on the sandwich. And eventually I eat it.
It is very delightful. It is the meat that they use in the sandwich is rather foreign to you, but it has, crisp lettuce, delicious ripe tomatoes, and some a delightful kind of like herb sauce that's a little spicy. Pairs well with the bread that is coated with melted Asiago.
Is it a BLT?
It is
I
very
will-
much not.
Oh, okay, good.
It is. I assumed that like Kyburn has not had prosciutto before.
Oh, okay.
Oh my
I mean, he's
gosh.
obviously had like beef, so you'd recognize like roast beef,
You
and
know-
you'd recognize ham and turkey. But
I mean, I've been around. So.
okay, then you had prosciutto before.
Ooh wee.
You said foreign meat, lettuce, and tomato. I was like, wait a minute.
Yeah, it's
Wait a minute.
it's basically prosciutto, roast beef, turkey, and ham, and then
So
it's got lettuce and tomato and kind of like an herb, like kind of like I guess the best way I can describe it is kind of like a Cajun like garlic aioli.
I always get so hungry when we play D&D. And it's 'cause-
Well, to be fair, I haven't eaten dinner, so I am very
Okay.
hungry. I'm just describing something I want to put in my mouth right now.
Yo,
Gotcha.
same.
Wait, crap, did we agree to do something this afternoon?
Pardon?
Shit.
No.
Oh,
I
well,
think it was
no.
this evening.
Oh, it's this even. Well, either way, I'm at a second level spell.
Well, what
Spells.
what can be what time is it about?
It's honestly like about 2 p.m. Like there
We
is
could
time
rest
for a
and
long
still be.
rest.
We'll be
before,
fine.
I thought we would meet.
I mean, she just said meet up by nighttime, so you can get like 8 hours in and
Alright, cool.
be there.
Epic.
I have studying to do, as I imagine some of you. Well, don't maybe I don't know.
Where
Ow.
is everyone planning on staying? By the way,
You.
June.
I will stay here.
I'll stay here.
okay, so Dray and Kyburn are
Stay
staying here.
warm.
I know that June has a room at another inn. Is June gonna stay there or like?
Yeah, he's gonna stay there.
Okay.
Can I stay in that room? Hey James, can I stay in your room with you?
How dare you take my bunk, buddy?
We can literally all sleep in the same room.
You're right.
Actually, I'd like to
Sleepover.
gather those I can of the remaining party.
Pardon?
So
Who's he?
Kyburn, so
Hello?
so Kyburn, there wouldn't be anybody remaining of the party because if Arya and Hessian and June all bunk together, you'd just be rooming with Dray.
I understand. I'm just saying I would like to go to where the rest of the party is.
Okay, you're just gonna go with them, but you're gonna like room here.
Yeah.
No one likes
Well,
Kyber.
I'm so
Oh.
sorry. I wasn't actually. Where are they all going?
I've dragged you all there.
Okay.
Wait, oh shit.
I'll just.
God.
I'll get a room
Okay.
there. I'll get a room there.
She has her own token. I just noticed.
Oh my god.
Yeah, she
There
does.
she go. Go
What?
Evelyn,
That's
go.
crazy.
Uh-huh.
Alright.
So as you all head over to the other inn, I'm gonna go ahead and just everybody fix your health points and spell slots back up to full.
Yeah, man.
Did I get hurt?
Yeah.
I did.
I don't know if you got
Well,
hurt, but
you
you might have
suck.
used some spell slots.
I used, like it says I used one. Shit, where did everyone go? I can't find this map. Is too big. Oh no, I found it. No, that's still freaking Dray. Okay.
Literally
no,
the
no,
4
no,
other
this-
tokens that are clustered somewhere else.
It's fine. We don't even
Somewhere
really need to see it.
else.
Bing.
I like to see it.
Oh my god, guys, I only need one more level till I can guess Fireball.
What a play.
Please
no.
no.
Stop.
God, no.
That shit just
Oh,
starts
no.
crying out of
Sin.
nowhere. You fucking sinner.
If any of you have a moment to spare, I will be interested in some questions.
Oh,
Questions?
Nothing.
Witches?
Yeah, I didn't quite catch that. You were cutting out there, Doc.
I'm not questioning us all right now. Think. No.
I don't fucking. Are the 4 of us alone at this point? I don't know.
Yeah, you all are like off on your own. You're not like
Okay. Yeah,
Dre's not in company.
And I pull out the old tome, have the magic pen
Stab
float
us
on
all.
over, and open up to a blank page, and I sit down, sort of, just for them all to get comfortable.
Are we all in the same room, like June's room?
Are we in like
Me
a
and
room?
June's room?
So June booked like a standard room, but upon seeing you all return, the innkeeper just seems like delighted by your horse, June, and advises you that they have upgraded you to a suite.
Damn.
Oh.
So there is actually like there are 2 beds here, a nice couch, and then a like table with 2 lounge chairs. There is like a large master bathroom inside the room.
Oh.
Like,
Okay.
like instead of having to go down the hallway to like a bathroom that everyone shares, this room has its own bathroom.
I pull over a lounge chair.
All right. Can I thank the person?
They say it was no trouble. Your the innkeeper, as you notice, is actually someone who isn't normally seen in these types of formal societies. It is a furbolg. And they say, it was no trouble at all. Your horse was a charming conversationalist.
A Furbolt?
Furbolg. It's basically like an anthropomorphic, like furry beast. It's like think like a cross between like a cow and like an ape. That is essentially what a furbolg is. Like they are bipedal and they have like these large furry arms and legs with opposable thumbs and whatnot. But they have kind of like a cow face in the sense that like it's got like a specific,
like a minotaur, or what's it called?
They basically just have like an angular nose, but like a rounded face.
Okay, it's a furry. We get it.
Whatever. Shut up. They're being nice to you, you heathens.
Forget their furry passion look.
God. I would give my horse, because I haven't given them their apple, and a sugar cube. So I will give Windrunner apple and sugar cube.
Windrunner eats the sugar cube and neighs in appreciation, and the furbolg just kind of like gives you a thumbs up, June. And then and then everybody gathers in the room so that we can get on with the thing that Kyburn was doing.
Oh yeah, he was doing something. Where's Kyburn gonna sit?
So
I want to lay down on the couch.
Okay, I assumed that Kyburn was just sitting in a lounge chair, like in the corner of the table, just like facing outwards.
I'm sitting more cross-legged on the floor, sort of with the book open.
Okay, cross-legged on the floor. So there is an open. There are 2 open lounge chairs and a couch.
Lay down on the couch.
And Arya said she was taking a lounge chair. June, that leaves you to sit wherever you want. Because you only take up like 2 inches of space.
You're right. I sit on Arya's head, because why not?
I don't.
You betrayed me. I see how it is. No, go.
June tries to sit on Arya's head and she starts swatting at him like a fly.
You lost your chance. Sit on wherever. Wait, change.
Gets 1 hit point.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, if you actually want to like contest this thing, Arya can roll to attack and June can roll acrobatics to evade.
Oh God!
Arya, don't be so rude, June.
I'm not gonna aggressively. I mean.
Oh my God!
Aggressively, I mean slaps the fairy into the.
I'm not like trying to aggressively like beat him. Sorry.
Beat him. No,
we're just trying to trap him in the jar. Like... That's what we're trying to do. Clearly.
Oh shit.
That way I can throw you off a.
Shut up.
Yeah. I just don't want him to sit on my head. There you go.
Alright. It's okay. June, come over here. Just sit. He like pats, what is it, the cushion that he lays his head on, wherever it is. I forget how couches work.
You just pat wherever on the couch that allows June to get line of sight on the room so they can actually face the person they're talking to when Kyburn asks his questions.
Nice.
So kind of like the arm of the couch that's closest to your head.
Mhm.
Alright. Recent developments have piqued my interest in certain areas. I would inquire to you all as to your experience with love
Pardon?
and its effects on those around you and other people and individuals and the political ramifications concerning it.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
I'm sorry to say, but at least, I haven't had a lot of experiences with romantic love, at least. I mean, what love are you speaking of?
Not any kind.
Hmm.
Anything you can add would be of use.
I mean, any kind of love can make you do stupid things. Oh god, the accents.
Indeed.
Especially when you're close to people.
And what stupid things may you have done, Hessian?
Oh,
Oh, me in particular?
I
Let me
punted the
see.
child.
So one time I kicked an orphan.
I kicked an orphan right in its I'm kidding.
He said he liked it when people were cool.
Like, yeah, fuck, what else was I supposed to do?
God.
Hessian looks thoughtful at this. Well, main things people do for each other, sacrifice their lives, or, you know, in general, put themselves in danger for one another,
I see.
which is reasonable if you care for someone that much.
Cadburn nods more.
Hmm.
He kind of turns to Arya and kind of Doom just in between the two of them, or realizing Hessian's not going to have any more to say,
Yes.
or at least nothing willing.
But basically,
Whatever.
he's prompting you two to talk. Say words.
Say them.
I'm not too sure about love in general. I just think it's. I don't know. It's a waste of time. A lot of people sacrifice themselves, and they change their identity in order to be with someone or feel more accepted. I don't know. Just I don't really have a good experience with love, I suppose. So, yeah, my thoughts.
Like it.
Fucking June
The
Providence,
pen is
asexual icon.
The pen is going wild.
Jesus.
You guys only have like negative things to say about love. Like, what the hell? Like, oh
What do
yeah,
you
it makes you be
mean negative?
stupid. Also, it's bad and a waste of time, and it makes you change yourself, and you hate yourself afterwards. Like, what the hell, guys?
Well, for
Guys
you,
turning this
stuff
Sorry,
that
Excuse
here,
wasn't
me.
very
I'll
good.
sum it up. Love can be goofy.
Goof.
There
Goofy is not what you said. Not at all.
Well,
Love is
I'm
nice,
changing now.
but it can also be something else. You know,
love
it
can
be
give you
something
love, and love can
good
give
or
you
bad.
heartbreaks. So,
Yes, there are heartbreaks
yeah.
and all that jazz. But you know, it's a whole trip. I was gonna say roller coaster, but those don't exist. It's a whole dragon ride. There we go.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I mean, another way love, I guess, is represented through, emotions and everything. And when you, obviously, when you feel accepted. So, I don't know, that's just all I really have to say. So, Arya, do you have anything else to say about love since you're just so. About it?
Hey, we're all friends
I'm
here.
surprised that
I
I'm the only
assume.
optimistic one here, or positive. Normally, I'm the
What do you
negative one here.
mean?
I as well am
I'm
quite
not trying
shocked
to
by
be
this.
negative.
See, sometimes you find a group of people that you really appreciate, and they understand you, and you love them very deeply and dearly, and sometimes you don't have that in your life. Sometimes you'll just be running off, wishing you had this feeling where people loved you or enjoyed your presence or enjoyed having you around, and you'll never have that, or at least you won't have that for years upon time that you've lost because you made the mistake. Love can be many a different thing. Love isn't just bad, though.
I see. Well, this has been quite enlightening. Oh, actually. More to add?
Yeah, I mean, she's completely right, and I completely agree. Love can be, and he, like, you know, gives that nice friendly smile. It can be amazing. Then he gets out his crochet.
Very well then. I reach over and turn the page to a new blank one.
Oh god.
Now,
Jesus.
There's
concerning one Dray James Payton, how will hit the developments we have come to understand are affecting the group, your own feelings, and your own feelings towards Dray?
Pardon me?
I'm very confused on what you're asking.
yeah.
How do we feel about Trey? Or
A good place to start.
He's very outgoing.
looks very
except
nice.
for literally about 5 minutes ago where he was not outgoing and he was making everything more awkward than it really was. Or maybe it was that awkward and we didn't know.
I didn't feel anything was awkward.
There was so much tension.
You just gotta relax sometimes, Aria.
The first thing that happened was like, oh, this is an old friend, and then Kyburn pitched in like, I thought there was no friends here.
He
was
like whispers to
horrible.
it. We ignore that.
The pen is going wild. Oh, that
I
is more
see
than
Dray
enough.
as a nice
I,
person.
Good, great, awesome.
I stand up,
This is
pick
going
up the
great.
tome, close it, put the pen away.
Oh, we're done.
Well, am I getting my own room, or am I staying here as well?
I mean,
In this
you-
lovely suite.
actually.
Nah, you can get out.
Oh,
No, there's a bunch
Sorry.
of room in here. There's 2
Yeah.
beds. I'll probably sleep on a bed. Hessian already has the couch, so he doesn't get a bed. There you go.
There's
did you
there's
confirm my
another bed.
gender?
There's 2 beds and a couch.
Yep. So, yeah, I don't take
Yeah,
much
this
space.
couch has been claimed.
Yeah.
And you know,
Very
wait, do I
well.
have a sock or does June have a sock?
And I make myself
got some.
comfortable on the free bed. Oh,
Yeah, you
and
still
I
have your sock. It's like your little sleeping bag.
Pulls out sock. Isn't it
June got
beautiful?
this.
Oh,
I-
Look at it. Look
by the way, Walker.
Yes.
Yes.
Never mind. I'll wait till now.
Oh,
Wait.
ooh,
Oh my god.
Oh boy.
you too. I'm
Actually,
kidding.
no, I don't actually. No. Do I still have that onyx that I got a while back?
The black opal, yes you do.
Do
Oh, I
I?
put that back. I completely forgot.
Yeah,
I was
you looked at it and you put
And
it
I
back, I
licked.
believe.
I'm kidding.
Okay, I was just wondering if it was missing or not because I forgot about that. Anyway, that's all.
I
I'm good.
cannot remember if it was missing or not.
No, it wasn't. I put it back
Okay.
after licking. I'm kidding.
I'll collab with it anyway.
We're just gonna say it was put back.
Okay. Yeah, I
Yes.
do still have it. Okay, we're good.
What was I doing? Or who was doing what? Oh wait, did
we are
Kyber just
sleeping.
steal Arya's bed?
No, there are 2 beds.
I forgot.
Good thing.
Oh wait, there's a freaking bathroom, right? Right?
Yeah.
Right. I'm gonna go take a dip. Wait.
In what? A cup?
Oh shit.
Dray's in here.
Wait,
Dray
what?
makes things awkward.
Is there a bath in there?
There is a full master bath in there, yeah.
Oof.
Damn, Daniel.
Master
Wait.
bathroom in the 30s
I-
in this world.
I
You
meant
If I
might
take a
skate,
dip,
we're
you mean,
made
like,
of
swim?
marble, sand, and
I keep forgetting.
scaly.
Sorry. Does the bathroom have a place where you can bathe in? God damn it.
Yeah, it's a bathroom.
Well, sometimes they don't come
That's why
with
I
those.
said I'm gonna go take a dip.
No, I
June,
understand
you
that. I'm
would
saying
drown
that
in the bathtub.
the bathtub is very large.
Oh.
So you would probably want to like fill up something, and
You'd want a cup, something.
Yeah. Uh, does anyone have a cup?
Pardon me?
Does anyone have a cup? A pot? Something?
Oh, jeez.
I probably
have a
stole
jaw. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Let me check.
Oh my god, that's jar.
anything?
Ooh. No, I need to save that. Never mind.
Damn, Daniel.
Damn. You're just really gonna do me like that. Let's see how it
Wait,
is.
who still has like that cube holding thing? Or do we even still have that?
We gave it to the
I
one.
thought
Oh no.
Dray had it.
I have it. I have it.
Oh.
I should have it.
What would Dray have?
yeah, Kyburn has that cube that would
Yeah,
is
cube
used
of
to store-
containment. I have it. Don't worry
Yeah.
about it.
Hmm.
If you guys are literally like looking for a cup right now, then just go ask the bartender. Like, what are we doing?
Oh.
Oh, I was gonna say, do I still have that cup that I basically walked out with out of that one bar?
Just go get a cup from the bar.
Damn it! Hessian will do it. Just gonna skip that then. Alright, got your cup. Fucking, Jude. Got a computer for that.
I'm on my way to the bartender. Yeah.
So while June takes a bath and the others kind of like settle in to rest before the evening, we're gonna cut back to Dray. Dray,
Oh,
you've
boy.
gotten yourself a room. What you doing?
So Dray went off to go to one of the meeting spots initiative. He's gonna try to have a conversation with Julian. He's just gonna look. Just gonna see if he can find it. Which I'd imagine would be pretty damn difficult, but he
I mean, you could have. There is a much easier way to find Julian if you're looking to find Julian.
Okay, my excuse for that is that I am not. Dray is not thinking straight. Also, what is the most?
You just ask Evelyn if he's in the city.
Yeah, that's easier said than done. Things are kind of awkward right now between these two just
Yeah.
friends.
Kind of little just, not even just
And
friends, acquaintances,
I don't know if
worker,
you noticed,
and
but there's a
fucking
bit of a thing.
Employee.
employee. You got really fucking
I mean,
dumb
all right.
huh?
If you want to go around the long way, there are
I think we
4 spots in the city that are considered meeting spots for the initiative. The first is a cave over here behind one of the farms. I'm just gonna go ahead. You know what? I'm not gonna even do that. I'm just gonna mark it with a pen. Boom, boom.
Okay.
Spot.
Oh, wait.
Spot the second
About the word.
is up here at a small farmhouse. Boom, boom. Spot the
You can't
third
see it.
is in another cave behind this waterfall. Boom, boom.
Are these black dots or something else? Or another
They're
color?
like a light blue purple color. It's like periwinkle.
Ooh,
Hey.
there we go. I saw
And
it.
then the
Periwinkle.
last
What'd you
one
say, Dray?
is over here. So they're all
Okay.
kind of like 3 of them are on the left side of the map and 1 of them's on the right side.
Mm,
Wait, let me
Two.
find.
There are purple X's.
Yeah, but this is a big thing to look at.
am I allowed to
Oh,
point them
okay,
out?
cool. Looks like there's one super close to me though. Cave one right where my skin.
I can just here's what we're gonna do.
Yeah. Yeah,
Little red squares, highlighting them.
that's one.
Yeah.
Now when you zoom out to maximum capacity, you will see 4 red squares.
Oh boy, no, I chose one. It's this one that I'm pointing at.
All right, you go there.
Yeah.
Epic.
Excursion.
When you arrive at the meeting spot, you kind of begin to see what Evelyn was talking about. There are really not a lot of people at this meeting spot. Like,
Oh,
there's
dear.
probably 3 people at this spot who are just kind of like consolidating resources at the moment. Like, this meeting spot is in kind of a ring of like, God, in Greece they were called herms. They're kind of like road markers. You know, it's kind of like a hinge or a cairn. Like, it's just basically a marker that denotes kind of like direction. And when you kind of like get there, you see that there's this small like opening in the ground that leads further down, and you kind of like follow this little spiral staircase downwards into this small cavern where they are all gathered. There are 3 of them here, kind of like stockpiling their gear. There's armor and weapons here alongside potions and some herbs and bandages. All of this looks kind of like lesser quality gear. Like, back in the day, y'all didn't have like the greatest stuff, but sometimes you'd get lucky and raw and take out someone who had like a city guard who had plate mail or some high quality weapons and armor, and you would take that and stash it. It looks like this is not quite like high quality guard gear. It's probably just something that was thrown out over the time and they scrounged it. Like, it is not good stuff. It's like rusty weapons and armor and some bandages and kind of potions.
Okay.
The people in the room are a half-orc, a blue dragonborn, and another Asimar like yourself.
Okay. I look around the room. Does anyone? Well, I wouldn't be able to tell. So I just like approach the Asmar, and
You approach who?
the Asmar.
Okay. The only reason I keep asking to repeat these sometimes is because if y'all cut out, like, that's not just me that can't hear you, that's the recording that can't hear you.
Yeah, no, I got you.
So as you approach the Asimar, they are about 5'8". They are kind of fair, pale-skinned complexion, with heterochromatic eyes, one green and one purple. And they have this dark black hair with tinges of purple in it. And they are female. And they kind of look see you approach and they go, "Hey, so you also new?"
In a sense, I'm looking for. Are you new? So you're new here.
Yeah, I'm new. I just signed up a few weeks back.
Okay. Do you know anything of the current? Do you know the leaders?
Oh yeah. I know Evelyn.
Okay. Do you know Julian?
At that, she kind of like opens her mouth, and kind of seems puzzled by it. But the other 2 in the room, the Dragonborn and the half-orc, just kind of like look at you, and their eyes are very wary. Like, they're very curious and slightly concerned as to why you've asked this question. But they don't say anything.
Are either of you long-term members here?
The Dragonborn nods. He's like, "I have been serving for a year." And the half-orc goes, 2 years for me.
Great. So, this Dray geez, I need to consider something. So Dray like considers. I need to speak with Julian because I worked with the initiative. I left long before either of you were here, but Julian was an old friend. So was that.
The orc kind of like spits at that. They spit on the ground and they go, well, he's no friend of mine.
What have things? I was informed by Evelyn. The tear. How great was it?
Let's put it this way. It started about a year and a half ago. The decline after their former founder left. Basically, they started getting into conflict. They tried to carry on for about a year or so. I'd been with the group 6 months when it happened, but finally their disagreements on policy, on recruitment, on organization and targets they should hit boiled to a head, and Julian and Evelyn got into an actual fight. Not one with words, my friend. And after that, pretty much, he took those that were loyal to him, she took those that were loyal to her, and they ran their own recruitments. He kind of like gestures around the room. You can see which one was more successful.
Did you, by any chance, know Julian would be now? He's in the city.
You cut out a lot there. I didn't catch any of that.
Oh, sorry. Do you know where Julian would be in the city? Would you, if anything, any information?
He's not here.
Oh, right. Thank you. I'm sorry to see Dray has a downtrodden look on his face. He's trying to get together by just an acquaintance worried. I'm saying sorry to see that things have declined so much. I will be. I might come back. I must go. I need to have an urgent talk. And it seems Evelyn.
They just kind of nod. And you make your way out of the cairn. Where do you go next?
Oh man. So there's a chance that all the camps could be just Evelyn and I could be one time entirely, but I'm gonna head to another one.
Okay, which one are you heading to?
Oh, let's see. We'll head to. Wait, hold on. Wait. This one, pointing to right.
The farmhouse. Okay.
Yeah.
So you head to the farmhouse next. I will say that this will probably be the last place you'll be able to visit before nightfall, just because of how far apart they are. The trek alone is going to take you like a good couple of hours. So arriving at this farmhouse, this is actually probably the Freedom Initiative used to have a bit more of a public presence.
Mm-hmm.
But from what you've seen, it's been kind of more secretive lately. This farmhouse kind of actually reminds you of the old days. There's banners hanging up on the farmhouse itself with the symbols of the Freedom Initiative. And there's actually a sign that said on the door that says, "All who wish to join the fight are welcome."
So I nod, but this is Julian establishment. Told me, and I head. We're looking.
I didn't catch any of that. You still cut out.
Oh, sorry. Very faint. It's a weird thing. I head inside or look for anyone who seems like at least some bit of a seasoned member, if I'd be able to tell that, and
Uh,
try to find someone to talk.
you head inside, and inside this farmhouse, there are 4 people.
Alrighty.
Of them, 3 of them you're not so sure on. 2 of them are humans, with like clear marks of recently freed slaves. One of them seems a bit more seasoned, uh, and they are a half elf, with some pretty good weapons and armor on. But the one person who stands out to you the most is there's actually someone with the bearings of a nobleman here. And you actually recognize them as someone you used to ally with back in the day.
Oh, perfect. Another awkward and go through. Alright, Dray approaches that person.
This kind of like lithe human man with very kind of like sunken in features, and pale skin, with raven black hair, kind of like adjusts his glasses as you approach, and he extends his arms. Master Peyton, it is quite delightful to see you again. I had not heard that you were back in town.
Well, I've kind of just arrived and only have talked to Evelyn and everyone. Nice to see
Lovely.
you.
It's. I'm glad that you were able to reconnect. It is great to see you as well. How have you been?
Trying, getting along. Like puts on a false smile. In this world, I heard. In truth, I came because I heard there has been division, and I was looking to talk to Julian.
Yes. That is going to be quite an interesting endeavor.
Why is that?
Well,
Besides the
more just because of the factions not seeing eye to eye, but more the fact that Sir Julian is currently residing in the capital of Broken Blade.
That's not where we are, right? Assuming? Walker?
No, it is not. It is the capital,
Okay.
like, because the kingdom you all were trying to get to, which is where the Freedom Initiative was initially based, was Broken Blade. That is the kingdom that Dray came from. And this is more, this is the capital of the neighboring kingdom of Duskmoor, which, at the end of your tenure, you all had just started pushing into.
Alrighty. Okay, so it's gonna be a long journey then, I would assume.
It will be a good couple days, yeah.
Alright, so I keep that in mind. Well, I see. That is quite the dilemma. I suppose me and my friends, new traveling companions, been quite. We'll make our way over there next day if they abide. I wanted to try and reconnect them. I know the divide is.
Oh, you can, He kind of, like, seems at a loss for words.
Yeah, I would be too.
He kind of takes a moment, takes a breath, and composes himself, and he goes, if I may offer some advice, sir, as someone who once funded and supported acts of your movement against the rules of enslavement that our kingdoms so rigorously practiced.
Of course.
I would not stress the importance of breaking bread at this table, as it were. There is, there are 2.5 years of bad blood currently between members of the Freedom Initiative falling under different leadership styles, and while I am confident in your ability as a negotiator and a unifier of peoples, it will be quite the undertaking to try and mend the fences, as it were. A lot of us a lot of us have not done well in the past 2.5 years. Myself specifically.
I'm so sorry to hear that. Well, I understand the advice. This undertaking, this thing that I set out to do, because I have, because I'm the one this all apart. Me leaving caused all this. I ran away from my crumbling life. Now everything is broken. I need to do this, or at least I need to try, even if it, whatever the cost. I need to bring this all back, and any way I can help.
If I may then, sir, while it is noble of you to strive to repair what you feel you broke, I can certainly assuade you that what occurred between Julian and Evelyn was a long time coming. Your leaving certainly was, as they say, the straw that broke the camel's back, but you cannot mend a difference in ideology. You can work to help people see the similarities in their viewpoints, but as far as mending these contrasting approaches to freedom, it will not be so simple, sir.
I understand. And the truth is, part of the reason.
I don't think you do, sir.
What I do know is this alliance that started with the four of us, Evelyn, Julie, and me, and Kate. We were all different, had a bond, and we had a similar vision and a similar strive. And I know that things change, so but I think that we can get that back, and I have to try to get that, no matter what the cost.
He kind of takes his glasses off and he polishes them a bit before putting them back on. He goes, well, I wish you the best of luck, and I hope that your ambition is not the anchor that drowns you. And with that, he kind of turns and walks away.
All right. I mumble. It was good to see you. Make my way.
All right. At this point, enough time would have passed that you all are fully recovered, and it is around the time that Evelyn had requested you all to meet her. So you all head to the graveyard at the north of town. Just gonna kind of start dragging people over that way. What is this hand of God? Why does it drag us so?
Oh shit!
Suddenly moved.
Here we go.
Yeah, and it's all spoopy and nighttime now.
Spooky. If something doesn't
and
come
additionally,
out,
you all
ground
can, if you want to keep this arrangement that I've set you all up in, you can. If you would prefer to have a different marching order, just let me know. Actually, I would say that Evelyn insists on heading up to the front.
Damn.
Fucking move it the way, Kyburn.
In that
Dray will
case,
follow close.
Bitch.
I think June and Kyburn should change places. Since Kyburn would be able to take more hits than June would, probably.
No, he wouldn't.
That's a joke. Keep playing. No.
As Kyburn is like, I will stay in the back and heal. But Kyburn, we need you. I will stay in the back and heal. Kyburn, we're dying. I will stay in the back and heal.
I will stay by the Lady James Patrion's side.
Oh my god.
Okay.
And
June
I'll
can
be
be
the
on my
only
shoulder.
one in the back.
Oh.
And I will actually be
Oh, and
out of there.
do I need? Is it bright? I assume I have to cast light so we can all see.
I mean, for those of you without dark vision,
Yeah, so I'll do that.
I have goggles.
because
Fuck you.
I think
Dark
Oh my
vision.
god.
yeah, Dray has dark vision because he's an Aasimar. Arya has goggles, and June is a fairy.
I'm the only one without it now.
How
No, you
dare
have it too.
Wait, doesn't Hessian not have dark vision?
No, I don't. I'm pretty sure I don't have it. Epic. I'm blind.
Yeah, I got.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I don't.
Character shirt.
Yeah, I just got.
Yeah, you have standard vision.
I got standard. Twinsies.
So Hessian also cannot see.
Guess I'll die. See, I brought that meat back. You're welcome.
I appreciate it.
Sometimes she's
June, be on my shoulder. Oh,
Huh?
So yeah,
my eyes, June, get on my shoulder.
Gets on shoulder.
Ooh.
sorry, there's something actually in my eye. Okay, so
You're okay.
Evelyn leads you all to the graveyard and kind of like gestures forth. There are a few torches and lamps lit around the area that shed a little bit of light, but for the most part, it is very dark here. Like it is, like with exception of these 3 lanterns here,
Yeah,
and here, everything else is shrouded in shadow.
I keep the head of my mace engulfed in the light cantrip.
It sheds a brilliant silvery white light across the radius of the light cantrip.
Cool.
Epic.
Oh my god, there's lanterns, and we're gonna fight something.
I'm.
Oh my god, I swear.
Anyway.
I'm just imagining like Arya puts on the goggles and is like, all right, guys, and then he just like sheds the light cantrip. It's like, just like staring at a bright light with night vision goggles on.
That sounds great. Do it.
I'm just kidding. I kid, but that would be hilarious.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm sorry you didn't get a pair for me.
No, it's cool. I'm fine. I'm good. Just give me a second. Give me a.
You don't get a second. Let's move.
All right. So
Regardless, Evelyn, what sort of undead are we dealing with?
that is what I am here to ascertain, and she kind of like kneels down, and clasps a holy symbol around her neck, and she begins to channel divine sense. As an action, she can sense celestial fiends, undead, consecrated ground, and desecrated ground within 60 feet. Until the end of her next turn, she can sense the type and location if it is not behind total cover, but not its identity. You can use this feature a number of times equal to 1 plus your charisma modifier.
Ooh.
So she uses it once, and like she sits there for a brief period, kind of like focusing on her holy symbol, and casting this ability, and then kind of like stands up with a jolt. As you begin to see why, as lumbering out of the shadows from the radius of your light and kind of rising from various graves and tombs are a veritable variety of undead. Everyone, roll
Oh my.
for initiative.
no.
My favorite word.
Fuck. Here we go again.
Oh, we're so far away from that. No, that one's okay. Wait.
Dun 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 dun. Wait.
Oh, that's a lot. Oh, that's a lot.
That's not a lot.
One,
Oh, that's a lot,
three.
sure.
one,
Oh
two,
shit.
Oh,
I rolled
there's
twice in
more.
accident.
Oh, okay.
There's a dog!
There's a dog.
nine.
Where?
Oh my god.
Stop. I
Oh,
rolled a
please tell me that's
13.
actually a zombie dog.
Oh well.
Yeah, actually, technically you rolled initiative twice, but we will take the first roll, which was the 13.
Yeah.
And
June, if
then
you don't stop showing off.
June over here flexing.
I'm flexing, man.
Fuck you, it's because I don't have vision of whatever. Stay on my shoulder.
Okay,
I can't see shit.
okay, go off.
Ew.
About 60 feet.
I fucking swear. Get out from behind me. Right now, Arya. I will fucking kill you.
If you get hit, I mean, it's your fault.
That's the
Okay.
kind of thing that gets buffoons killed.
Now I need to actually sit
Oh
up
my.
straight
Oh.
because it is serious time.
Oh, God.
Ooh.
Oh my!
Ooh.
Stop.
Disgust. How
This is the first
dare
time-
you?
Is this the first time most of us have seen like undead like people?
I mean, with the exception of Hessian and probably Kyburn, yes.
Cool. Awesome.
With
Wow,
the
dude.
exception of like the two holy people here, yeah, you probably haven't seen undead before.
I've never seen this before.
All right,
Well,
just
gonna have to
what's
find.
this? What's this?
There's zombies
In all my
everywhere.
years of fighting, I haven't come across a threat quite like this.
What's this? Zombies everywhere.
What's this? What's this?
There's fire in the air.
Not again! Ah!
Oh god! Oh god! We're in the forest for a minute.
Like the second fire comes out, Hessian just tuck and rolls out of there.
Not again! Not a
Not the fucking wings. I swear.
Just
Stay
well,
right
this
here.
has
Is it
been
tangled
delightful. Huh? Oh,
This might be the wrong time. That
Hey,
this might be the wrong-
Kyburn?
Oh, no.
I have some great news for you.
What's that?
You're no longer the first person to roll the lowest initiative.
Alright.
Whoa!
That's cool.
As Evelyn has rolled a whopping 4.
Oh,
Oh, no.
Evelyn, honey, have you never seen this before? It'll be
Oh my
okay.
God.
Big oof.
God.
Who has a higher dexterity, Arya or Hessian? I assume Arya.
Shit.
I would hope Arya.
I
Hessian,
think
what's your dexterity?
wait, yeah, this is mine. 12?
Mine's a +2. Oh, then I'm higher.
Okay, so then Arya goes
Okay.
before Hessian. So it's June, then Dray, then Arya, then Hessian, then Bad Guys, then Kyburn, then Evelyn.
Then bad guy. Bad guy
Swear
one.
my
Bad guy
fucking
two.
Well,
life.
Bad Guys, plural.
Plural. How many are there?
Yeah,
Like-
there's like 1, 2, 3, 4,
9.
9.
Wait,
9.
9.
Oh boy.
There's 9 of them.
9!
Okay, June, you are up first. What are you gonna do?
Whoa. Alright, I would like to cast Magic Missile at this one, and this one. And then.
Okay.
Oh, wait, oh, frick, I gotta roll. Sorry, forgot.
Yeah, you cast your spell first. Oof. As
Evelyn,
June once more gathers arcane power amongst their hands, you watch as 4 bright glowing darts of like blue-purple energy erupt from June's hands, streaking outwards and striking their targets, dealing 4 points of damage to each target as the 2 zombies who have stumbled from their graves kind of like stumble back as the one skeleton just kind of like chatters as he is knocked backwards by your bolt before kind of resuming his composition and kind of like walking towards you.
Alright. Then I would like to cast Spiritual Weapon. And.
Alright, that is a bonus action. Who you casting it on?
Hold on. Eeny, meeny, miny. No, I'm joking. This one.
Okay. One moment. I am just fixing a few things. Because I didn't do health bars right for the bad guys.
But of course, of course.
Of course, it's not like this was like a lot of last second preparation for trying to build an entire character sheet that I'd forgot to build.
Yeah, right?
It's not like it was a difficulty to build Evelyn's character up from the ground.
Pretty simple. We're all shallow people. All of us
Walker's-
freedom
Oh.
fighters.
Walker's just trembling voice right now represents what it means to be a DM.
I remember. I know.
Flashbacks are fine.
Ouch, my feelings, but also truth.
Oh no.
But also truth.
Yeah.
Facts.
True facts,
Facts.
indeed.
True facts.
Okay.
So you unleash spiritual weapon on that zombie in the back with a 24 that absolutely hits. As your spiritual weapon appears, June, can you roll me a d4 real quick?
Oop.
And I
Oh,
need you
gosh.
to call odds or evens.
Oh. Go.
Got it.
God, what are the odds?
You didn't call odds or evens.
Odds? Oh, freak. Wait, do I roll again?
Okay, so that's evens. That means yes. Okay, if you're calling odds, roll it again.
Okay.
Mhm.
Oh.
Okay, that's odds. June, as you call forth your spiritual weapon, once more you watch as this conflicting clash of like golden and purple energy begins to like swirl as your spectral weapon takes form. Before golden light bursts forth as this brilliant shimmering longsword appears and strikes down this zombie, dealing 10 points of force damage. As it stumbles back from this slash, you watch as one of its arms actually falls off.
Of course.
As the left arm pops out of its socket, just goes, and it's like,
Oh. Yummy. Oh god.
and that is your action and your bonus action. You still have a movement, unless you wish to convert that to another action.
I'll convert that to another action.
Okay.
I'm gonna use my dart, and I'm gonna target this one again.
Which one again?
Not this one, the one I attacked.
All right, you throw your dart. Throw a dart.
Oh no, oh no. Oh no.
Okay, as you yeet a dart, from your, like, kind of, it's not really a holster, it's kind of like an ammo belt at your waist. You pull out a dart and kind of throw it, as it whips through the air, with precision and speed. It strikes the zombie, dealing 5 points of damage. As you hit it square in one of its eyes, it just and kind of like stumbles back a bit and just kind of like looks around with its now damaged eye, and it seems to have impaired vision. It will now have disadvantage on attack rolls.
Epic.
Alright. My turn.
That is
End
the-
my turn.
That yeah, I was gonna say that automatically ends your turn. It is now Drake James Payton's turn.
Oh god, alright. So many options for that. Is this yeah, I'm gonna okay. So, which one was June?
It was the one in the back, yeah.
Okay, cool. I will target the one in the front right here. Can I shoot an arrow, move up, and then attack with a short sword once?
I will say in this situation, no, simply because the rule we've allowed
No.
with your like bonus action attack is that that the first attack has to be with your short sword.
Okay.
So it
Also,
would be
it would make no difference damage-wise.
Yeah, okay. So I'll
Yeah.
just go up. Charge into battle. Or...
as Dray charges into battle heroically. Roll me
Yay.
those
Good
attacks with those
shot.
short swords. Interesting. So as you swing your first sword, moving and yielding your action, you strike true, landing as it slashes across its chest. It kind of stumbles back and just as it deals 4 points of damage to the undead. And as you strike with your second, you lash out, and it kind of like sees this short sword coming this time, and has now associated short sword with pain, and just kind of like slaps your wrist and knocks it away, and just kind of like roars in your face. It just goes, ah! And that is your movement, your action, and your bonus action. That is your turn.
Bye everyone.
Arya Maverick, it is your turn.
Aha. Okay.
Please
so,
step
Light
out from
him up.
behind me.
Yeah. So personally, cannot remember if the spell works the way I think it does. But I'm going to, if I use Black Flame, will it break the lantern and then hit the dog? Like, will it like explode?
Technically, with the wording of Black Flame, is that it attacks all creatures within the radius. So it will essentially, if you cast it on the flame, it will erupt outwards and attack everything in that radius.
Yeah. So I'm just asking, like, because it's a 5-foot cube.
Dang
So I was just wondering if it would break through the lantern or
Everything
like,
in that cube.
Okay, cool. Whatever. All right, but I'm going to use that first and get that dog.
Okay, it has to make a DC 15 dexterity saving throw.
Damn.
Ooh.
Or take a lot of damage. That's a 4.
Oh.
So as this zombie dog spots you all and just goes, just like snarls as you all approach, you watch as Arya kind of like extends their hand, once more red arcane energy crackling over their fingers, as you watch this lantern kind of like the flame within it flicker and shift as the flame turns black, almost changing the actual atmosphere of the grave around you. It still sheds light, but it is this darkened light that it seems to shed. As it lashes outwards, it shatters the glass, flames cascading across the lantern as it whips out in all directions. And you watch as this dog, touched by the flame, erupts in black fire and just... as it is incinerated almost instantly. It stands no chance. Its corpse crackling in flame now.
Alright. And because I will not be moving, I will use what is it? I think it's just gonna be Firebolt, and I'm gonna use a Sorcerer Point to do Twin Spell, because I would like to hit both this guy and this guy.
Alright, you're doing a firebolt with twin spell?
Yep.
It's June. Ooh.
Alright,
So-
roll me 2 firebolts.
Awesome. Whew.
June becomes a chicken leg. Oh.
And how many sorcery points is twin spell?
It's going to be 1 sorcery point because it's a cantrip.
There we go. Because I recently found out there's actually a sorcery point tracker on Roll20.
Yeah.
Wow, I didn't know it did that.
Yeah, right? It's pretty great. I feel so complete now. Which one were you attacking again? Can you highlight them for me?
I would. Oh yeah. I'll have to-
The 2 on the left, yeah.
Yeah, the 2 on the left.
Okay, so you're
This
striking
one.
one, and then another.
Yep.
Excellent choices. As you strike the first one with your 4 damage firebolt, the zombie kind of like turns as this red and orange orb begins to form in Arya's hands as the bolt launches outward and then splits almost simultaneously, firing in 2 separate directions. You watch as the zombie cocks its head towards the first one, and as it collides with the zombie's face, it just kind of blasts back, kind of like searing off rotted flesh and necrotic matter. Brain didn't work there. Dealing 4 points of damage as it just kind of like and just kind of like groans a bit. It doesn't seem particularly phased by that, but it seems like it did definitely do him some level of a hurt.
Okay.
And as the skeleton in the back there kind of like turns to face you with the second mote of orange-red energy erupting towards it. The bolt strikes it, like, it raises its shield, it strikes through the shield, like, actually burning a hole through it, shattering its arm, and it just kind of, like, drops as its arm falls off. It is looking bloodied, and its AC is now reduced as the shield is just a crumpling mass on the ground.
Yes.
Ooh.
That is its turn. Normally I wouldn't rule like that, but I like the flair for the dramatic, so shut up.
You know.
So that was your action, and then your movement action. Is there anything that you can do as a bonus action? Oh wait, you did twin spell.
That was the
So that's your turn. Hessian, it is your turn. What you gonna do?
Gonna die. Alright, how fucking... Alright. No. I can't get that far. Fuck. Alright, I guess I'll step up a little bit. Hello.
Just a little.
And then... just a little, because I can't get that far. And then just chuck a fucking javelin out. Which one's looking worse? Was it this one? No, wait. This...
Of all the ones that have been attacked thus far, this one is looking the fucking roughest.
Ooh. Alright, is Dray looking like he's in trouble? I just noticed.
No more than usual.
God damn it.
Look, you control what Hessian does. If Hessian wants to help Dray, Hessian can help Dray.
Sure, I'll go right at... Do I need to be right here or here?
Either one of those spaces. It doesn't matter. It's a 5... You have a... With your longsword, you have a reach of 5 feet, so...
Epic. I'm gonna go over here and then fucking shank him.
Alright. As you use your movement, roll me a longsword attack.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Oh my god.
So that is a crit.
That doesn't hit me, sorry.
I killed you.
As you swing at this zombie, and this is a legitimate question. Did you use a, like, I can't remember if the smite stuff is like you use it as a bonus action, or if you just like call it out before you attack.
I think it's at will.
Call it out.
I think we changed it to at will. Yeah. So here I've actually got the sheet open. Let me double check some spell stuff real quick. Just one moment. I mean, you did a considerable amount of damage. I just want to check something about
I'm fairly certain you can choose to do it after you roll.
Oh wow.
Yeah. You just you hit the thing, you expend a spell slot, and kaboom. Basically, it is part of your action, so it's only.
Yeah, it's broken.
So yeah, basically you've hit and you've crit. Do you want to add some smite on top of your 15 points of damage?
Yeah, I'll do some divine smite on this bit.
All right. Choose your flavor of smite and then roll it.
Cast.
Bring the radiant.
Okay, so doing the regular divine smite. So that is one first level spell slot.
Holy crap.
For some kabam. Doing a total of 5 points of damage. Does it have vulnerability to... It does not have vulnerability to... That is a lot of crinkling. Someone need to put that candy away.
Okay.
Star, how fucking dare you?
Sorry.
As you strike it, I'm trying to think of a good way to do this. As you strike it, it's your blade striking across its clavicle, right where the shoulder meets the neck, and cleaving downwards. As the blade finds purchase, with your critical, you just swing with great force and might, kind of like cleaving into its chest, and as it is there, it begins to kind of move towards you, like pushing itself across your blade as your blade is kind of like lodged in there, and as it has you trapped in the situation, and like moving itself towards you, you then channel your divine energy, turning your blade this brilliant like darkened gold color as it explodes outward, your blade being wrenched free, and the zombie's arm falls off as it stumbles back, no longer being able to attack you. That is your turn.
Evelyn.
It is now all the zombies' turns,
Oh god.
as they
that's
as a
awkward.
lot of them have to move into range.
No, hey. Wait, is someone crawling?
That one is crawling. His legs are not looking so hot.
Hey.
He looks at.
Oh god. Oh.
Hey.
Back it up. Back it up.
Hey.
Charlie Holmes, chill.
Oh.
As the zombie that was struck by June's attacks kind of like stumbles forward and shambles your way, it realizes that it won't be able to reach the small life form that has caused it great harm.
It's stupid.
And it turns instead to Hessian as it goes to attack.
Hey. Haven't
Hessian.
seen you since I killed you in the war.
Does a 19 hit your armor class?
I just bet. Yeah. Look. Wait.
As it slams into you for 4 points of damage and claws at you, you kind of like repelled a bit with your shield, but its arms like stretch across your shield, like rake across the gaps in your chainmail, clawing at you. And as you are caught off guard by this one can't really hurt Dray a great deal.
What? Yeah.
Well, I mean, it can, but it really wants to hurt the person that kind of exploded a brilliant sword blast into the... So
It's okay.
I was just trying to see if it had flanking, but it doesn't because Dray is blocking that flanking opportunity. So, it throws itself at you, Hessian. Does a 20 hit your armor class?
Yes, son of a duck.
You know, the
Nice.
19 does, but the 20 does.
Got him there.
20? Yeah, you missed me there. Fuck.
Dealing 6 points of damage as you are fending off this other one. It kind of like, this one lunges for you and kind of like claws at your back for 6 points of damage. And that is all that the zombies can really do this turn. It is now the Skelly Boys' turn.
Oh, you fucking
Oh, they
swear.
exist.
Are they skeletons like in Minecraft? They have bows and arrows. You're gonna cry.
Shut up.
I fucking swear. Don't gangbang me, okay? I didn't deserve this. No, not the blue. Oh. Ooh.
Ooh.
A party up here. Oh, shit.
Damn.
Blue man, no.
So glad I'm in the back.
Arya, you're kind
fucking
of on your own
coward.
here.
Can't fly away.
gonna yeet.
Leave Arya.
I can barely see Arya on the map because Mr. Sandman is blocking her.
As the skeletons begin to move into range, the first one takes a swing at June. This is the one that Arya like melted its shield. It only has one arm that is holding a hand axe as it swings.
Oh, no.
Does a 16 hit your armor class?
Damn, yeah.
Okay, I had legitimately forgotten.
Doesn't
That
have
deals
disadvantage
6
because
points
he's
of
so
damage as it swings down, and despite June being of smaller stature, like the blade just kind of blunts into June, knocking you down and kind of like doing a considerable like gash across you, dealing 6 points of damage. And as it does this, you watch as other skeletons begin to kind of move in.
Oh. Wait a minute.
Oh. Stop.
Bing,
Before
Bing,
this
bing.
one takes a swing at Dray James Payton, as the zombie that Claude Hessian is still kind of like interceding Dray's path. This one sneaks up behind you and swings its short sword. Does a 23 hit your armor class?
Absolutely.
Bruh.
dealing 7 points of damage as Dray is engaged with this zombie that he was dealing damage to. And this skeleton sees it behind him and swings its sword, slashing across the back of Dray's armor, dealing 7 points of damage.
As Phil Swift himself once said, that's a lot of damage.
That's a lot of damage.
And the skeletons from the back are going to now launch their attacks. The first one, leveling his crossbow and aiming down at our heroes. You watch as his gaze shifts ever so slightly. Arya does a 16 beat your armor class.
Oh, yeah.
Fuck her up.
Alright, I forgot your AC is really low.
Ooh.
That deals 5 points of damage as a crossbow bolt flies out and strikes you in the shoulder. It is the exact same shoulder of the arm that you cast those firebolts with.
Oh shit.
So we'll say for the sake of this, like, your left shoulder.
Okay.
There she goes.
That wasn't like a main hand firebolt. That was an offhand firebolt, which is why it didn't do as well. As the other one aims at Dray James Payton.
Ah, hey, I know that guy.
Does a 20 hit your armor class?
Yeah, I think so. I think so.
As it deals 5 points of damage.
Oh, hey,
Oh, God damn it.
that's a number.
It is. Huh.
I wish it wasn't, but it is.
Yeah.
Alright, and that ends their turn. It is now Kyburn Vosserat's turn.
Kyburn,
Jeez,
same.
fuck.
Just to be
That's
clear, these are like tall iron bar walls, right?
It's not like terribly high. It's like maybe 2 feet tall.
2 feet. Jeez. Okay.
Yeah, it just kind of like comes up to your waist. It's like a low like graveyard wall. It kind of like gets higher. Like the front end is smaller, but as it kind of like reaches the sides, you see it kind of like crescendo up to about like 6 feet, and at the very back of the graveyard, it actually climbs to about like 15 feet. So it kind of like goes up as it goes around.
I gotcha.
with the
I
back
gotcha.
being the highest point.
Yeah. Channel Divinity turn undead.
Yeah, you do that
I did.
within 30 feet.
Oh.
Yep, that hits them all.
Huh. Is that the end?
Yeah.
It could be.
Oh.
And just clean them up from there. Yeah.
Walker, you're so dissatisfied.
That gets them all.
I keep forgetting that clerics.
Claire.
Shit.
Josh's
Yep.
favorite class.
What?
your favorite
23rd dope
class?
shit.
You love Claire.
You do?
I guess. It's no.
Thought it was bards, that was your favorite.
Oh,
I've
is
never
it?
played
That
a
would make
bard.
sense. Actually.
I've never played a bard.
Which
I
is
would-
oh,
you
freaking
would
out.
be
What's
a good
wrong
bard.
with you?
Shame.
Fucking shameful.
That's a
You guys should be able to
that's a
sing.
shame.
I've
Yeah.
played
I
D&D
played a
not
bard.
play myself, guys. Come on.
How dare you?
Oh god, here we go with the acting rant again. I had to hear all of this. Is very
All right, so
Damn.
I will have them roll their wisdom saving throws.
DC is
Go, go, go.
DC is what?
13.
Okay.
Go, 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 go.
Okay, all of the zombies fail.
Great.
Oh,
Wee.
oh.
Ah, man.
Just to clean my job from there.
Ooh.
And none of the skeletons fall for this bullshit.
Damn, Daniel. Yeah, fuck.
Is the guy in the-
But yeah, the
Um.
skeletons are absolutely turned. So on their turn, they will have to spend it fleeing.
Oh.
Or the zombies will have to spend it fleeing, but the skeletons are they are under sway.
Damn. All right. Is that a skeleton right in front of me?
That is a
Yeah.
skeleton right in front of you.
Okay, so I would like to cast. Nothing. I would like to heat. It's not heat weapon. It's like some weird knockoff heat weapon. What's it called?
We get it. The explosive mace. Got it.
Yeah.
Damn, Daniel.
You still have to make an attack though.
I know.
Oh,
Crazy enough, that doesn't hit.
Damn. Well, with my bonus action, I'll throw out good old spiritual weapon on the same guy. Actually, no, on the far one over here, if that's all right.
All right, on the crossbow skeleton, fire away.
Yeah. All right. Let me just find this. There we go.
That is a critical hit, which means that would be a D8, so it did 7, and then we add the maximum, which would be 8, so that's 15 points of damage. Yeah, as you summon, as Kyburn once more kind of like grips his holy symbol and extends his hand, the white light kind of gathering across his hand as he channels his magic, this brilliant white feather of truth appears and just slams down atop the skeleton, turning it to dust and ash. And that was the one that kept the turn counter, wasn't it? Motherfucker.
Ooh.
Oh well, we'll just add it to this one.
Yeah.
It's cool, I remember it was an 8.
I just do a hit. What I do, I don't know if it works really, but you can like make invisible tokens and just use those, so you have it as a reference, but your players can see it.
I should start doing that. Let me...
Just saves you from having to re-add the turn. Not that we need to do that now, but I mean,
Mm-hmm.
just the freaking one on its fucking all fours.
Evelyn.
Miss
Well,
Evelyn.
we're really
Don't
only
die.
fighting 2 now, as long as we can kill the rest in like a minute.
Oh.
Yeah, so you basically have to kill them in like 10 rounds.
Ah.
Which, not gonna be an issue for y'all.
In
So it is Evelyn's turn. And
Evelyn.
let me look at what Evelyn can do real
turn
quick.
on. No, she already used hers. Sure.
She hasn't used her channel divinity. She used her divine sense.
Which is a channel divinity, if I'm not wrong.
It is not.
Oh, really? Damn.
It is a natural ability that all paladins get,
Yes.
She's a paladin. I see.
which Hessian could have used at any point.
Ooh.
I
Wow.
was going
Wait a
to,
minute.
but no, she had to use it.
I mean,
'Cause
she
she
is
has
sort
a
of
good
the not
bargain.
friend leader boss now, so
Oh yeah.
Hey,
she has
hey,
the
Wanted to
right.
wait.
hey.
Hey.
Stop.
I like to play a bard.
As Evelyn pulls out a spear and turns to the skeleton that faces her, she makes
Oh,
an
that'll work.
attack.
Go,
Let me
baby,
know, please, Beth.
slay.
Wait, I wonder... Oh, cool. So it does work on this screen, too. As she lunges with this spear, it passes just... Like, it hits, like, the cloth of the skeleton, like, where it should hit, like, its spine or something, and it sadly passes right through the rib cage, doing no damage, as it missed.
Damn.
Oh, good.
We both lost her.
And thus she forsakes her movement to try again.
Oh.
And
Hiya!
come
And
on.
it fails again!
Ah.
And that was Evelyn's turn, everybody. You were all here to witness.
Whoa. Evelyn. Let's go, Evelyn. Let's go.
Keep hoping. It's okay. Oh, my hair.
Uh,
Hello?
June, it's your turn.
Walker die? Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I said it was your turn. Go.
I didn't hear you,
We need
gosh.
the ratings. We need the ratings.
Start.
Jesus.
God, freaking! I would like to
Evelyn.
move my
I'd like to
freaking
quit.
spiritual weapon all the way over here to take damage on that person. Then I'll freaking go ahead and
So that is a critical. So that does 4 plus max damage for 12 points of damage as your glittering golden sword moves across the battlefield, striking the zombie, cleaving it through the waist. It like drops down and is now a torso and some hands that is like clawing angrily at the air. Its movement has been slightly reduced.
All right, then I'll do magic missile. Yeah.
Who are you hitting with the magic missile?
This one.
All 3 bolts?
Yeah.
As Evelyn's spear strikes failed, she kind of like grits her teeth angrily, and as she does, June extends his hand as 3 bolts of blue and purple energy erupt outward, striking the skeleton, exploding it into bone meal.
Yummy.
Minecraft joke.
I was about to say it. Now I can feed my crops.
And then, because I'm not gonna. Oh wait. Oh wait. Yeah, I can.
Hello?
Wait, can I?
Are you okay?
I was gonna.
That is your action and your movement action. So that would be, or no, that was just your bonus action and your action. So you can still move or give up your movement to cast more spell.
Let me see. I can't just throw a dart at this guy.
That would be an action. So yeah, you can do that if you give up your movement.
All right, then I'll give. There.
Yeet! As you throw your dart, it strikes him right in the face. After you've already bisected him, leaving him but a torso, you hit him with a dart as he just kind of... He is barely clinging to life, but he is just like trying to claw himself towards you all. And that is June Providence's turn.
Slay.
And then you all hear a noise from the distance.
I don't like that.
You watch as this robed figure walks from this crypt and says, "So, they have sent people to disturb my experiments. This will not do, this will not do, this will not do." And he extends a withered and decrepit finger at you all and says, "You have interrupted me, and for this you will perish." And you watch as this black and orange energy begins to gather in the palm of his hand before erupting outward. I need everyone to make me a dexterity saving throw.
Okay.
Black
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Christ.
Alrighty.
No!
Dexterity.
Dexterity.
Oh crap!
All right, Evelyn needs to make a dex save.
Fireball.
Yeah, Evelyn, let's
Fireball.
go. Come on, please, Evelyn. I'm begging you.
Dray,
Oh
fucking
no!
save me.
Fireball. Don't even say that.
Oh, no,
Fucking
stop.
fireball me, I dare you.
Okay, yeah, that's right.
Natural
She
20.
comes back.
Oh my gosh.
Evelyn. I
That's
swear.
why she's the leader.
She's flexed.
Shut up.
She's flexed.
Shut up.
Hold on, I have to. One moment. Let's see.
Nah, man, it's cool. I got resistance. Good.
I will fucking beat
Bruh.
the living everything out of you and everyone else. Bruh. Alright.
You'll be fine.
No, I'm gonna die.
And you know what?
Now
If
we're
it's
gonna be
TPK, who cares? I'll
It's
still
down
be
to 5 health. You know what? I'm not feeling okay,
This
guys.
is more dice than I have on hand at the moment. I'm gonna have to roll it for here.
Why would you even say that? Why would you even say
Yeah,
that?
right now you're scaring me. Evelyn,
You
save
won't
us.
Well, I only have like 3 dice sets readily available.
Oh, God.
Like that's
Oh,
only
you
so
can
many.
You can buy like 16 packs of like, well, like, you know, like a thing of 16 like like cool looking
So
six-siders.
No!
As Evelyn and Dray take 14 points of damage,
I'm dead.
Well, actually, I say 14 too.
and Kyburn takes
Ah,
14
yes, the
because
third
he
wheel.
is resistant to fire.
I'm
You
special.
son of
Oh
As
Oh, no.
June, Hessian, and Arya are unconscious.
Oh,
How much was it?
28.
shit!
Oh, you fucking.
I was
But additionally, the unfortunate side effect of such a mighty casting is that undead in the area are caught in the fray.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
okay then. That's fine.
So I just gotta kill the one guy. We're cool.
Brett.
As that is
Fucking
four.
Brett.
As that is
3 invested damage.
4 failures. As that zombie, that zombie, that zombie, and that
Thank
skeleton
goodness.
that I deleted earlier and called it a zombie are now downed.
Well then.
He looks at you all and goes, "It seems some of you are sturdier than expected. No matter."
Dray, take him down. I can heal them.
Got it. Alright. So, there's still 2 undead and the guy, right?
There are still 2 undead and the guy.
He's gotta run though. So the only one you gotta worry about is this. But
Yeah,
I
you've only got
wouldn't-
one
I would-
skelly man to worry about that isn't
Yeah.
that is going to confront you, and then you have the Magi boy.
yeah, focus on the magic boy. We don't
Yeah,
need
yeah. Oh yeah. absolutely.
skeleton.
So,
Slow
This
priority.
one
Right?
just comes over and slaps you. You're downed. Ah,
I'm going to go up to the mat.
go, 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 go. He fucking slaps
realize
you.
how
You're
bad that
downed.
Oh, wait, can I move that far?
I mean, your
yeah.
movement speed is
Absolutely.
30 feet. Jesus Christ,
Yeah,
I
Oh
should
yeah.
hope so.
Okay. Yeah. Alright. So, I'm going to do a dual attack.
As you do
Fuck him
him
up.
a hurt.
Yes.
Do him all the hurties.
Last goes.
As you
This
swing
time.
your blade downward at him, he ducks beneath the first blow, cackling as he does so. As your blade strikes up from out of his field of
Hello?
vision.
Okay.
Yeah, I just had a timeout.
That's true.
That's what I like to call them. As you
Epic.
strike him, dealing 5 points of damage, he recoils. Ah, a nuisance. As that was your movement action and bonus action, that is your turn.
Yeah.
Arya rolled death save.
Arya, roll,
Oh,
yeah,
shit.
Arya, roll a death save.
Sorry.
Whoa, loving it. Wait 1 second. Wait.
Why?
1.
Why did you just sing that?
That is 1 death success. You are 2 away from being stabilized.
3
Okay.
away from being dead.
Yeah, not me.
I mean, however you want to look at it.
I'm dead.
No.
I accept it. Hello.
With that, it is now Hessian's turn. Hessian, roll me a death save.
Wait, is this it?
Hessian, you have succeeded on your death save. Congratulations.
I
Alright.
pray to my god while unconscious. Please.
Shit, can I do that?
God damn it. Wait, can I actually do that?
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
I assume not.
As you
Okay.
as it now becomes the turn of the monsters.
Thank you.
Wait.
You watch as a robed figure proceeds
my
from the shadow.
You're shitting me.
1, 2, 3,
What?
4, 5,
Huh?
6.
dead.
As he turns to this undead that has been
Turn.
cast upon, and he turns to it and goes, "You are weak,"
Pardon?
and
Yeah.
he kills it.
God damn.
What a
Fucking.
supportive
Why are you hating on
economic
cryptic people? Goodness.
No.
This guy's a fucking hating on amputees. My god.
Oh my god.
What a
Jesus
bad guy.
Christ.
What a villain. Yeah.
What a piece
It's
of
like that
shit.
girl who burns down for it.
Oh
as
my
that is all he can do with his turn. It is now the crossbow Skelly Boy's turn. And
It's
he...
Julian.
Hold on.
Don't pass out.
Like, 20 bucks. One of the this one robed guy. We can't see his face, right? Is Julian?
You cannot see his face.
Yeah,
That would be
he's
funny.
Julian. That's Julian.
As he walks up to as the skeleton walks up to Hessian and swings
Excuse
his crossbow
Shit,
bolt
I see
or
Julian
his
was a
crossbow
rogue guy.
down at Hessian. Time to open up the player's handbook, so I have to check a few rules real quick about being unconscious and prone.
Exactly.
Well, I think you still
Oh,
roll, but it's
fucking-
like auto two, like 2 fails if it hits.
Shit.
I'm pretty sure.
Son of a fuck.
Oh my god. No. I'm scared.
Any attack that hits the creature is a critical hit if the attacker is within 5 feet of the creature. Correct! So it is instantly a hit and instantly a crit. Oh no, it has to hit first, so he still has to roll to hit.
Yeah.
I'm dead anyway. It's gonna
Oh my
get
god.
1800.
No.
Hessian.
Maybe $5.
Stop.
Shit, I have to actually check this. Does a 20 hit your
God.
armor class?
You son of an actual.
You
death.
fail 2 death saves!
Deny.
And that is all the Skelly Boy can do on his turn. It is now Kyburn's turn.
Oh, that's all I can do.
Yeah,
Oh my
alright.
god.
Hold
So
on.
wait,
let
I
me
have
just-
2 failures.
And 1 success.
Okay.
Yeah, alright.
One more failure and you are legitimately dead.
Okay.
Wow. I hope I
Check
fucking
something.
Wow, I didn't know it did that.
There are new developments.
get your ass over here. It's
Ooh.
a
So if I were to do a healing word on Hessian, could I also use Voice of Authority to let them make an attack? Even though they're just coming back to consciousness?
I will...
mom help.
Let me check something real quick.
God damn it.
No, Hessian.
I want to stab its knees.
Sorry, I just...
Get the kneecaps.
I don't mean to take you off your spell book. I just have to actually check Voice of Authority real quick.
Alright. I think you could
It
also...
does not
if you
say that they
happen-
have to be conscious. It says the ally can use their reaction immediately after the spell.
Hell yeah.
So Hessian can literally just burn their reaction to stab at the ankles of this
Yeah,
Skelly
I'll
man.
I'll use my bonus action to healing word Hessian,
Hessian, you are now healed for 6 hit points. You are conscious and stabilized.
and I will use Voice of Authority.
Shit, fuck.
What do you say to Hessian to spur them forward?
Rise.
As you hear the words rise, it resonates with you, and your eyes snap open as you now feel this urge to strike at the skeleton who has done you harm.
And I'm pretty sure you could also... I mean, if you hit,
Wait.
maybe imbue that with some Divine Smite.
Yeah, you can roll to hit with your longsword.
Oh,
Fuck.
man.
Okay.
You know, crazy enough, that doesn't hit.
Yeah.
What?
What?
Deserves a try.
As you swing out at the skeleton, having just returned to consciousness, your blade flies wide and does not land its mark. It is now. Let's see. That was that was your bonus action.
I still got 2 actions.
Yeah, you
I'm
still
good.
got 2 actions.
You know, this guy looks like a human or like a living, right? These guys look like alive.
they
people.
are flesh people. Yes.
Yeah, flesh people. All right.
Let me.
I could. Well, that's fine. I needed to heal. I will. How's the skeleton looking?
Which one?
Completely fine.
Okay, great. Yeah. Alright. I will cast at 2nd level a. Excuse me. What is it? Guiding bolt.
I mean, guiding bolt
Guiding
is an attack.
bolt.
Yes.
Yep.
At the skeleton.
At the no, excuse me. At the
Oh, the meat person. Yes. Okay.
meat person.
As you cast it at 2nd level, dealing 14 points of damage. This pure white bolt of arcane holy energy. I don't know why I went arcane and celestial. Of holy energy erupts from the tip of your mace, lunging outwards and striking this robed figure in the chest. You are beginning to irk me. As the center of his chest now glows with a faint sparkle of light, giving it's the next person who attacks has advantage.
Okay. I'm gonna cast another second level one at him.
Let's see. On a hit, the next attack roll made against. Oh, so it's the next attack roll.
Hit.
So the second one unfortunately missed, but the first one hit would have been the hit. So as your guiding bolt lunges outwards once more from your mace, striking him in the chest, dealing 7. Wait, hold on. The first one did 12 plus 3 is 15. Dealing 15 points of damage, he kind of reels backwards as a little bit of like blood seeps out of the sides of his mouth beneath his mask. He is now looking bloodied, and that was both your actions and your bonus action. I believe that is your
Well,
turn.
goddamn. All right then.
Oh, damn.
It is now Evelyn's turn.
I'm sweating balls. The skeleton's gonna damn me again.
I'm trying to think of how she can do this without having to use her movement, and there's no way to do it without having to use her movement. So as she turns to June Providence, she casts the Paladin's Lay on Hands, channeling into June 15 hit points.
Yummy.
Jesus.
As June is restored to consciousness and healed, their tiny form now once rejuvenated with healing energy, you are up.
Oh, thank God the paladin has a
Thank you.
heal pool.
Oh yeah, right. So then she will move forward.
Paladins have heal
1,
pools?
2, 3,
I will beat someone.
and turns to this skeleton and lunges out once more with her spear.
Go, honey, yes.
Hiya.
Ah,
Oh my god, a hit.
Hitting for 8 points of damage, and she channels a divine smite.
Yo.
Smite.
come on. Eat him. Take the
Jackson
kneecaps.
to learn a few things.
Mm.
As she absolutely obliterates this skeleton.
Yeah! Slay!
Damn, girl, you single?
Oh my...
Well.
As Dray is literally like a few feet away fighting for his life.
You're okay.
Yo, Bay, you free later?
You fucking free. Hit me up.
Oh my god.
It is
You're gonna
now.
turn away and get stabbed in the heart.
This is now June's Providence's turn. I'm
This is
fucking
great.
dead.
Alright.
Oh yeah,
She
freaking
is dead.
Arya's there.
Oh yeah, Arya still needs heals at some point.
Yeah, at some point.
What?
What?
Hey, Kyber, you're good on spell slots, right?
I still got 3 first levels left.
Okay.
Ah,
Oh
frick.
shit, that is. Oh, that is. Hold on, I have to check something because is spiritual weapon a concentration spell?
Yes, it is, and I should have rolled for that. You're right. Is the fire zone?
I will. Well, yeah, because you would have basically just had to beat a 10 because you took 14 points of damage, and half of 14 is like.
And I
7.
didn't, so.
So the spiritual weapon is unfortunately gone. But so is June's, because June completely went unconscious.
Ooh.
So there are no more spiritual weapons on the field. June, it is your turn. You have a movement, an action, and a bonus action. What will you do?
Got it. Alright. Kind of lost track of my spell slots, so I used 2 first level and then
You cast 2 magic missiles, and you cast 1 second level to use spiritual weapon.
Alright. I can cast spiritual weapon one more time.
You can do that. Additionally, you can cast, if you have another second level spell that does some hurt, you can do that. Or if you have a first level spell that does damage, you can do that.
Alright,
Additionally, if you have any healing spells, Arya's, still on the ground.
let me check if I have any, actually.
Who's Arya?
Are you the one with the potions or something?
Ah.
I forget which character.
See, why would I waste my... Man.
Damn,
I'm joking. Alright,
Arya vomits blood.
I mean,
Oh no.
let me just put it this way: whether you use a healing spell or a potion, it will be an action.
yeah. So I'm just gonna cast Spiritual Weapon, and then that guy.
All right, roll a spiritual weapon. That hits for 9 points of damage as your spiritual weapon gathers once more the glittering golden sword, slashes the back of this individual as he just kind of. I begin to grow tired of this.
Plus 2.
As it is now, you still have a action and a movement.
Alright.
Unless you want to burn that movement to use spell.
I'm gonna do Cure Wounds on Arya.
You have Cure Wounds.
Lep.
As you cast Cure Wounds, healing Arya for 5 hit points. Arya, you are conscious and rejuvenated as life energy begins to flow through you once more.
Where did I vomit that?
Oh shit!
And then I'm going to take up my movement to make an attack. And I'm going to use a light crossbow, aim at this guy, and aim mainly for the eye. So.
Ooh.
As you hit, dealing 5 points of damage, it strikes him and he reels back, it ripping through the mask, striking his eye. Just kind of like grips his eye and is just in furious amounts of pain. That is your turn.
And I would like to yell, Jay, finish him off! Yeah!
Yeah!
As the robed figure begins to just kind of like cackle with fury, he extends his hand towards the hooded figure, and the hooded figure turns to face him, and he goes, "It is time." And the hooded figure goes, "Yes, yes." As you watch as the robed figure extends his hand, and the hooded figure extends his hand to take it, you watch as this crackling red-black energy erupts from the hand of the robed figure with the skull mask, and the hooded figure, their hand extends as green, pale energy extends from their hands, and it crackles together as you watch the robed figure begin to wither and fade, and
He's okay.
as they collapse, a withered husk.
Wasn't Julian.
Oh wait, who collapsed us?
The robed figure, as you watch as the the hooded figure, as the person in the skull mask begins to like, as you watch their wounds across their chest where the 2 guiding bolts were begin to close and mend, and they rip the arrow out as it begins to pull some viscera with it, and you watch as this faint light glows beneath their mask, and now there's just in this blackened socket, there's this red glow there as they look out across you and go, "Now the fun can begin."
I swear to fucking God.
Okay.
And
alright.
he turns towards Evelyn.
What?
Now we fucked up.
I swear to God.
No, babe, I was gonna ask you out. Shit.
Hold on, I have to check a few things.
There's 2 people I have to kill today.
Does anyone have a reaction?
Yeah, isn't it my turn?
Hold
Okay.
on,
Yeah,
hold on,
nothing
I have to
can
check
do
it.
with it.
God damn it, I have to check
Could I
a few
have
things. Give me a
a
second.
reaction?
So
It's been a
that
second,
was
Walker.
a bonus action. So he will use an action, and you watch as he, with a flick of his wrist, this blackened red spiked spectral armor begins to form around him as his armor class increases as he casts mage armor
Great.
upon himself. And then once more
Yes.
he turns to Evelyn and extends a finger as
Bork.
he casts out a spell. Let
Oh,
me check
it's very-
the rules of this spell. Because I have not. It has been quite some time since I've used this school of magic.
If it's like the shooty
no.
shooty spell, could I like
So-
tackle her out the
It better
way?
fucking be a charm, and she attacks Dray, and
I
it's gonna
swear
be-
to
She
God,
attacks
that's what I'm
me, I will
thinking.
kiss them. Ooh. So does that mean I can't ask her?
Okay,
Uh-oh.
that is. That is fun.
Would
Don't
I be
try
able
it.
to tackle her out the way of this spell?
Uh,
Spell? Does it? Oh, okay.
Oh wait, he's got to do this, and then he has to do that. Okay.
Oh.
I forgot. There we go. So I've got that done. I just have to make a wisdom save for Evelyn.
Oh my God.
Oh,
I
shit.
swear.
As
Oh,
I
baby,
also
don't do
have
this.
to do this because this would have to come first. Wicked. Okay, so as he
Oh.
casts haste upon himself first, giving himself an extra action, a +2 to AC, and advantage on all dexterity saving throws. He then extends a hand to Evelyn, points at her, and says, "Strike down he who deserted you."
What? No.
Ooh.
As she fails her wisdom saving throw.
Ooh.
And you watch as a haze goes over her eyes, and she turns to Dray.
Evelyn, I need you to listen to me. It's you.
It is not the mage's turn. It is now Dray James Payton's turn.
Oh my God.
run!
No. What
Your
did
X
you
is
do?
on your
What
dick.
did you do?
Wouldn't you like to know?
Fuck 'em up.
You're gonna pay for that. Alright. Swear to God.
Ooh. Beautiful.
As
Oh, okay.
both attacks land, the first blow dealing 5 points of damage.
Hey, buddy, got one more.
He turns to
Do I?
you and cackles with a grin as he snaps his fingers upon receiving the gash across his chest. Dray, I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
What?
Oh my God.
Honey, we should
Jesus
retreat.
Christ.
Let him have
Yeah.
the girl.
You know, we should
Let
kinda,
him
like-
have her.
Not drunk.
Oh.
Oh.
I was rolling
Hey.
out.
Congratulations!
Damn.
You take half
Yes.
damage.
Okay, Dray's down.
As he
Yeah, I'm
casts. That is the wrong character sheet. There we go.
No, he's just casting Blight, guys. It's okay.
Well, first off, Blight isn't a reaction, Josh. Shush.
I know.
God, Josh.
Hey, Josh. My gosh, we're
Fucking
Joshua.
bitch.
It's stupid.
I don't like that.
I don't like that. I don't like
He's just
As he
dead.
casts Hellish Rebuke at 4th level,
Whoa.
halved, Dray takes 15 points of damage. Dray,
Yep,
you are
I'm dead.
unconscious.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Oh my God, I was about to face my girlfriend too.
Shit, dog.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Take care of her.
I'll take care of her, excuse
Hit,
you.
hit. As it is now Arya Maverick's turn.
I don't like
Yeah.
that.
Yes.
You will need to use half your. You will need to. If you want to get standing, you need to use half your movement.
That's fine. I'm not
the
moving anywhere else from the spot, so I will.
This is like
stand
I
up.
will lay on the floor.
Chill as much as
Actually,
you can
I will
before you
move
die.
slightly to right here.
Okay, so you've
Some
used
kind
half
of
your movement to
wall.
stand and 5 feet to
5.
take a step.
Yep.
A steppy.
and I will. First of all, I will use my Mantle of Flames.
All right, bonus action, Mantle of Flames. Got it.
And I will use. Wait, I will use 2. I will cast Scorching Ray twice. So,
You will not.
Rex, you can.
I will not.
Once.
No, because you have used your
All my
movement to
movement,
stand
right, once.
and your bonus action to Mantle of Flame, so
Yep.
you will cast Scorching
I will
Ray
cast it
once.
once. That is okay.
Damn.
That's
Yeah,
probably
that's
gonna be
sass.
enough.
Probably not. Damn. Oh, that sucks.
That is
no.
a 23, a 17, and a 25 to hit. All hit. As you
And
deal
Add 5 to
3,
each point of damage. So
4.
15. Whatever.
So okay, so 4 and 4 is 8,
8
plus 3 is 11, plus 15 is 26.
Ooh.
Yeah.
As you deal 26 points of damage, as you wreathe yourself in flame, unleashing outwards a rain of red-orange bolts as they crackle forth and rip through the air, whistling as they do. They strike first in the shoulder, then in the gut, and then in the knee, as this robed figure buckles and as he growls in fury. As that is Arya's turn. Hessian.
I would like to hide behind the wall, like get in cover behind the 2-foot wall.
You fucking.
So you take half cover. Yeah, got it.
Totally cool with that.
Hessian, it is your turn.
I'm sweating balls. Alright. First of all, I'd like to fucking.
Never mind. Yeet. Fucking run.
I'd like to cure wounds myself. My fucking. What am I at? Oh, yeah, 6. I'll put fucking 2nd level. Shit, where to go? Cure wounds. Oh.
Okay, as you cure wounds yourself, you heal for 11 points of damage. That is your action. You still have your movement and a bonus action.
Shit.
Move. Lean back.
Can I? Wait, where is it? What is it? Freaking. Is it healing word? Do I have that? Because I completely forget.
I do not believe that you have healing word, no.
Oh shit, well.
Oop.
Do I want to get over that or not? Where's my. I'm really fucking
That's really.
excited.
She's just in the worst
I'm
spot.
scared.
Or the best spot, Kyburn. Think
Yes.
about it.
Of course.
You know, I'll just move over just a tad, just, you know. Actually, wait.
Where are you going, Hessian? Right over there?
Fucking swear, this bitch just fucking slaps me while I move.
She was only instructed to kill the one who banded her. If that matters.
As she takes an attack of opportunity.
Yeah.
Oh.
Ah, you son of a fuck!
Just had to say it.
Hessian.
I mean, Hessian did just abandon her just now.
Does an 18 beat your armor class?
God! Wait, it lands right on
If
it.
it meets, it beats. So if it hits
Yeah.
at 18 or higher, it would hit you.
I'm gonna use that if it meets it beats.
It's
I'm
the
cool.
best,
Please use
dude.
that in your neck.
It is the best. Until it isn't. As she lunges out with her spear, dealing 9 points of damage as she stabs you.
You fucking hole! I will never ask you.
As you begin to step out of her radius, she lunges out and hits you with the spear, and as you kind of like buckle under it, she just goes, "You're leaving, just like he did."
Oh god.
Damn, it's
Oh,
that
God.
kind of thing. All right, I see, honey.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Oh, who are you?
Just looks at him. I understand,
did.
Queen.
Honey. Like tell her to
That
breathe her
that
fucking
is
stats in.
your action and part of your movement. Do you want to keep moving or?
I mean,
Then-
otherwise you should have just disengaged.
Yeah.
Yeah, go for the guy.
Yeah, she
What?
can't use her reaction
Oh.
again to attack of opportunity. So
Oh god, you know, if I
Run.
fucking
you can
die,
move over there,
swear.
but you won't be able to really attack him.
You'll be set up for next turn.
And then he's gonna fucking kill me because no
Well,
one
no,
can
he's,
get to me.
he's gonna kill Dray first.
I mean, you can get
Then
there
he'll
and
kill
like
you.
get in flanking if Dray comes, back to consciousness.
As if Kyber and Vasserot could do anything like that. Ugh.
I wonder if healing word.
Ooh, hold on.
Does Hessian want to get in?
I need a hero.
If I die, I fucking swear.
Oh wait, hold up. You were here, and you moved here,
Where?
so that's 5 feet. Oh yeah, no, that's good.
Yeah.
You're good.
Like you said,
Oh,
30 feet of movement.
So that
Guess
is
so.
that is your
Well.
turn. It is now Kyburn's turn.
Either. Pops.
Yeah, bonus action, healing word, fuck, what's his name?
Dray.
Dray.
Blue boy.
Blue boy.
Go, Blue, like, get the fuck up.
So that is a bonus action. You are healed for 4 hit points.
Get up.
Yay!
You're saved.
Alright,
God damn it.
following routine, I'll use the last of my spell slots for 2 guiding bolts at the big man. That's
Okay.
heroism, that's the wrong. Okay.
Crazy enough, that first attack misses.
Shame.
Oh.
As your guiding bolt
well,
rips forth, it glances off of his mage armor, reflecting out and shattering a gravestone nearby.
You know what? Fuck it. Yep, second one. There we go.
Oh. Damn, Daniel.
Okay.
Please kill him.
Yeah,
Next
please.
person who hits him has advantage.
1
Ooh.
second.
Oh. Just gonna. Alright.
How do
Oh,
I want to
my
do
God.
this? Good question, Walker.
Yeah, I was about to say. I was just reading the wording of suggestion.
Alright, one.
Yeah. How would you like to do this?
Daniel.
I turn once again to the man with the skull mask. I extend the mace, readying the spell. Afraid I need him alive. And I shoot the fuck thing. And fuck no. The bolt of pure white light strikes him in the mask, cracking it, revealing his face as it, kind of pulls him back.
Revealing his face, it kind of destroys his face.
Mm-hmm.
A
What a
brief
guy.
glimpse at his face.
As he is destroyed, you watch as Evelyn kind of once the fog lifts from her eyes and she kind of looks around and takes stock of the situation and is like, what?
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Wait, are we out of turn? Or
Zoom.
You are out of you are out of combat, yes.
Let me. Damn, we're
No,
not?
no,
Or we are?
no.
Yeah.
I loot the body. I am looting
Oh,
this bitch. Back to fucking truck fairy.
I will say, because Hessian is closer, she will get first grabs. So Hessian, roll investigation.
Don't worry, I won't find anything. I'm very.
I'll move to join her with.
Jesus.
Okay, so Hessian gets first grabs, then next would be Kyburn, and then followed by June, since June was the furthest away. So everybody roll your investigation to see what you find, and I will let you know what you found based on the roll in the order, as well as how high you roll.
Oh,
Of course.
oh no.
Oh,
Oh.
Okay, so
I am king.
Hessian, you find a greater healing potion,
Ooh,
And that's
Uh,
not really normal.
as well as a ritualistic dagger that looks rather nice, and a signet ring that he is wearing that
wow.
denotes. It's not like a signet ring that you would see worn by a noble. This seems to be more like a cult ring.
May I, Hessian, may I sketch that? Quickly.
And Kyburn, you,
Journal.
as you kind of survey the body, find nothing of interest.
Oh,
Oh, wait, did he have any gold or anything on him?
What's the? Can I like find a shard of the mask?
Yeah, you can take the mask pieces.
Is it just bone?
It is not bone actually. It is ivory of a beast that is carved and bleached to look like human bone.
Ooh.
I'll take some of the pieces. Why not?
And
Just kinda
let's
helping
put it this
money.
way, Hessian, what you found that you took is more valuable than the gold that he had on his body. Speaking of the gold that he had on his body, June, you find 50 gold pieces.
You son of a duck. I was looking. Nah.
Again, the stuff you took is worth more than 50 gold.
Hey, who said I was gonna freaking eat it? I ain't selling the dagger.
Is Arya
Hey, I
doing
like to look
anything?
at the ring. Oh yeah, where is? Oh yeah.
or he's way back there.
I mean, I'll kind of join the group, but I'm not gonna really do much.
So you're not going to join the loot fest?
Yeah, no, I'm good.
Oh, look at the ring.
I
feel
This
like
ring
this
close.
Too close to grave robbing for my liking.
Yeah,
Well,
right.
I mean,
What?
okay. First off, that guy not grave robbing, but everybody else, yeah, that would constitute grave robbing, absolutely.
Is there anything on my hooded figure?
Hey, free loot.
Since you all are here now, I will need each of you to roll at the same time, and I will give hooded guy stuff to whoever rolls the highest on investigation.
Everyone? Or just everyone?
Just the people who want to loot.
Okay.
Sure.
Ooh,
Well,
17 again.
not gonna get that totally.
Hessian, as you loot the robed figure, you find two items: a component pouch,
Ooh.
and you find a interesting wand.
Ooh-wee. What kind of wand do
It is a wand of detect magic. Because you have seen these before, and you are familiar with their use.
Epic. I loot all this shit.
So yeah, you've got a lot of items. I feel like Hessian is just at this point like got expertise in robbing the dead.
Excuse me, don't reveal me.
you know what?
Alright,
I got this cool like orc shield with a nice spike on it, so I think I'm cool. I'm okay.
I got money.
I want to examine the ring. Question mark.
So
Or is it cursed or something?
Before we get to that, we will get to the scene with Evelyn and Dray. As Evelyn's still kind of like startled by what happened, she begins kind of like centering herself, and she goes around reburying the dead and
Dray,
saying
help.
funeral rites for them.
Dray assists her any way he can.
She doesn't say anything. She just lets you do what you want to do and allows you to help.
So, after this is all over, once we get back, we need to talk. I learned the full extent of what happened between you and Julian, and I think we need to have a discussion at some point, whenever you're...
After this job, I guess I do owe you some form of reward. Wouldn't be outside of my power to attend a sit down.
Sounds.
She just kind of nods and continues to say her rites as she finishes burying all the bodies. She kind of gathers in the center of the graveyard, kneels, producing her holy symbol, which, let me pull out a description here real quick, because it is a delightful holy symbol.
Wait, am I
God
supposed to
damn
have one of those?
I mean, technically you do.
What?
I said technically you do. You just,
Wait, can I make it up?
Hmm?
Wait, is there one already created, or can I make it up?
I mean, there is one already created. You can alter the design of what it looks like. And considering your oath, it would be safe to say that whatever your holy symbol is, it is most likely defaced in some form.
A little bit. Oh, I got mentioned.
By the way, while I am getting out what I typed up for Evelyn's funeral rites, I'll go ahead and send you what your holy symbol looks like.
Oh, wait.
And I should preface, I mean cameo in like the like portrait sense. It's kind of like if you've ever seen like one of those cameo brooches, it's kind of like that. But again, yours can look however defaced or personalized you want it to, but that will be like at the center of your holy symbol. The case in point, Qyburn's holy symbol would have always been an onyx-headed jackal, but his has an onyx-headed jackal attached to a golden ankh, with the jackal being set kind of in the eye of the ankh. It's very beautiful looking. So she produces a small amulet that has this depiction of a beautiful red-haired woman set to what looks like a bright pink stone of rose quartz. And opens up a prayer book and begins to read. O Holy Mother, she who governs love and beauty, let these souls find rest in your bosom. May their troubles and weary souls find rest in your company and in the flights of your celestials. May they not feel torment or pain on Mount Celestia. May they know true peace and rest. Amen. And she closes her book and sets aside her holy symbol back in her pocket, and kind of raises her head and says, shall we go?
Is everyone done here?
Let's. Because as she was doing her little prayer thing, Hessian walked away.
Kyburn looks up from writing in his journal and down or whatever. Yeah, yes, we just kind of follow. Excuse him.
All right. We shall then head back to the city. And I will move everybody over to the inn that Evelyn was staying at. Once I find... there they all are. Boop. And as you all gather back at the inn, she kind of turns to you all and says, thank you very much for your assistance. I will ensure to return to the priests tomorrow and let them know of the success that we have had on our mission, so that we can be compensated for what we've done.
Right.
Without
Of
any
course.
further ado, if you all wish to retire for the evening, I won't stop you. Dray, like I said, your payment I shall honor. I will sit down and meet with you, and for the rest of you, if there's anything you would like to request of the initiative, if it is within my power, I will attempt to see it done. And she kind of like gestures and says, as of this point, you are all officially members of the initiative, and I would like to welcome you as brothers and sisters in combat and arms.
God, guys.
So we mimic each other.
You said,
It's a pleasure to join. Wow.
quite the contrary, really. Your leadership, while divided, excuse me, he keeps scribbling in his tome.
Yeah, she's great leader. Thank
Well, no,
you,
the
God.
issue is that there are two leaders, and then that creates a whole divide, and there's no efficiency whatsoever, and it's a mess, honestly.
She kind of seems to take some offense to that statement, but she goes, duly noted. I will add that to the list of things I've taken under advisement.
Do you want to have our meeting now, or do you want to wait until more?
It's up to you.
I think we should talk.
She turns to the rest of you. Then I will bid the rest of you all good evening. And Dray, if you would come with me. And she leads you over to her room.
Ew.
The room.
Stop.
Just as a question, did anyone actually have anything they wanted to request of Evelyn tonight, or are y'all going to wait till tomorrow?
Nah, I'm good.
I'm also
Good.
Alright, so Braxton, roll for Dick's side.
Braxton.
Sorry, Walker.
Sorry, Braxton's dead.
Did I say Braxton? Did I say Braxton?
Yes, you just said Braxton.
I mean...
Braxton's currently dying.
Yeah.
alright. Yeah, Braxton.
Yeah, crazy enough, she opens the door to the room, and there's just this skeleton of a guy there. She's like, oh yeah, don't worry about that. That's just Braxton.
She's fucking cool. Oh,
Yes,
guy.
Just kidding. She gestures for you to sit down, as there is a table with two chairs. It looks kind of more like it was like an office space, but the room is designed for two people. She just has the whole space to herself. So she gestures for you to sit.
I do so.
And she sits down and says, so, what do you want to talk about?
Once you left, I stopped by your camps. I didn't know you said there was a divide. How badly it'd cost the initiative. How badly it cost you and Julian. I stopped by one of his too. And an old friend told me.
She kind of chuckles at that, and she goes, believe me, there are no camps of Julians in this city. I've made sure of that. You're talking about the old friend. I'm assuming you mean Lord Cromwell. He is one of ours.
Just didn't. It appeared to be different from your.
I pushed the need for secrecy, but with Lord Cromwell's status, he is someone who can't be openly harmed in the same way that the rest of us can. So I advised him to make his branch a little more public to help recruitment.
Of course. Well, I know. Despite, I know how things may seem and how they are really with me marching back into your life, and I have had no right to do that and to ask of you for second. That's not what I'm at. But having seen the well, let's just say Kyber had a bit of a point. Not that he was entirely right, had a bit of a point. Seeing the detriment to the initiatives and mission from you two being divided, I wanted to seek out Julie. Despite everything, I try to mend. I remember a time a long time ago, but it did exist, when, despite your different viewpoints, you two were my closest advisors, and we changed everything. And I'm not saying that this organization and his organization don't have the ability to change lives. Together, we were so much stronger, and despite what you may think of me, despite what you may think of Julian, you can hate me, fine. After this, I'll go away. I care about the people of this one, and I care about the way it was, the way it should be, under a leadership that is united, and I believe that you two can be those leaders together again. I knew you tried before and it didn't work, but you really think that I didn't notice you two opposing viewpoints over the years? That's not why I chose you two as my close advisors, for when we were close. But also, it was because you two had different viewpoints. It was because, unified together, we had the ability to change and adapt, not just with one voice or another voice. We are so much stronger together. And I know that you're probably going to... I know that you two have bad... I understand that. I take responsibility for it, because it is my fault leaving, but I just want the initiative to grow stronger, and I want us to be able to change lives, you to be able to change lives the way that we did. That I am offering you, if you're willing to come with me, my crew, and seek Julian. We can all sit together. We can all talk and try to make this work. We can just talk. Hell, I know this may take, but I believe in you two more than anything. I know that you two can be the unifying force that this world needs from the initiative. And just right now, that's not what it is.
As you are kind of rallying, she holds her hand up for you to stop.
Yeah, okay.
Dray, it's not about our conflicting viewpoints. That is the least of the issue here. I know that he feels that we should be more taciturn and out in the open, more presented and give people a reason to fight back and to rise up and to change the world. And I understand why he believed that, and I understand why you felt that way at times as well. I always preferred that our mission be away from the public eye. I always felt that it was a good cause and a great mission, but I knew that if we drew too much heat on ourselves, that every noble who felt that slavery was the way to build the perfect society would come crashing down on top of us. And so I ran things my way and worked, and we were a cohesive unit. You're right. And then you left. And our viewpoints still conflicted, but we no longer had the... You don't know how much you actually did. You were the spark that rallied people. You unified them. You made them feel important and special. These were people who had everything taken from them, told they were lower than dirt, beaten and told they were dogs. And you made them feel human again. Like elves and dwarves and tieflings. You made everyone feel like their culture, their life, their essence mattered. And so when you left, the heart of the organization went with it. Me and Julian tried to be that voice. We tried to rally people, and it worked. But after a time, the nobles saw that we didn't have... Those backing us saw we didn't have the passion. Those fighting for us didn't feel the heart. People turned on the initiative. People betrayed us from within. People pulled their funding for fear of their own lives. And so we worked with what we had, and we worked with what we had, and eventually what we had became too little. So Julian took his methods and took his ideas and pitched them to someone who would listen and implement them. He went to the Black Daggers. And they listened, and they pondered his proposal. And they struck an accord. And so Julian roped into the Freedom Initiative one of the most notorious guild of murderers this side of the coast. And I opposed it. I stood against it. I said the Freedom Initiative is for people to feel free, to feel safe, to build a better tomorrow. What are we standing for if we bring in these radicals, these criminals? But at that point, no one but a few cared to listen. Because at that point, the end justified the means. It didn't become about freeing slaves and establishing freedom. It just became about freeing slaves and fighting the establishment. Whether the establishment was good or bad, he didn't care anymore, Dray. And so he made deal after deal, and I stepped away. And we butted heads, and we fought. Really fought. And at that point, all that was said and all that was done was done. And so I'm working with what I've got and trying to build a better future out of Broken Blade. Because if those are the people who are going to build the future for our kingdom, I'd rather start fresh somewhere else. And so I went to the branches of Duskmoor, and I've been working to try and build them up, to try and do something. But it's not working, and all the while I've been listening to the situation in Broken Blade, and Dray, it's bad. I'm talking full-on civil war. People dying in the streets. For you, it was 2.5 years. For us, the time passed, but it felt like a lifetime. For you, I will gladly walk to that table and try and meet with him, but I am going to tell you now, Dray, you may not recognize the faces that sit there anymore. Those peace talks... And she kind of, like, trails off, and, like, you watch as, like, her voice catches in her throat, and you can see her eyes, like, misting up. She's like, you'll be walking into those peace talks not from a point of power and negotiation, but from a point of opposition. And Julian will listen to you out of respect as a friend. But if you go there, even with your friends, I don't know if you'll convince him. And I don't know what's worse. That he'll come back to the initiative and we'll unify again, or that he'll decide you're an enemy. Because if he comes back to the initiative, those he struck pacts with will come for their pound of flesh. And if he decides you're an enemy, they'll take it from you.
I told you that
You cut out there for me.
life
I didn't
that
catch any of that.
Oh, okay, sorry. I told you that I would come back here to reclaim my life, but I see now, I should have seen all along, that so many more people suffered because of the decision. So, if I don't do this, if I don't try to reunify the initiative, if I don't try to fix things, if I don't try to bring Julian, bring out the light that I know is in him again, and bring everyone together, I won't be able to go on living. So, I would rather die on the hands of some enemy after failing than live knowing that my one decision out of emotion, anger, and loss tore apart everything that I built and the world and you and everyone. I caused all. It's my fault. So, if you come with me, that would be great. And if Julian listens, and if there is light in him, then we can face them. We can rebuild this. We can do this. And if we can't, well, I would rather die trying, because I can't live with myself knowing what I've done has caused this much hate. I believe in you. I believe in him. I believe in everyone. I believe in the initiative. I always have, even when and I believe that it can be restored and better. Come with me and let's restore it. Let us bring this thing back. Let us at least try, and then let us face whatever darkness awaits us there, rather than go on like... I know I'm asking a lot of you after all this. After life, it's been a lot for me too. But one way or another, I need to do. Do you?
Roll me a persuasion check.
Okay. Oh god. Bad for me. Oh. Eh.
Dray.
Hmm?
As you make this speech, your skin, which is this mixture of like blue and white, almost like gosh, there is a specific stone that I'm thinking of in this situation, and I cannot. We'll just say it's opalescent. Your opalescent skin begins to, like, these small areas of like silver and gold that are like pricked and flecked across your skin, sort of like ASMR freckles, I guess is the best way to describe it, begin to actually glow and radiate light. I need you to roll me persuasion one more time.
Okay. Oh, no.
We will take the 26.
Oh, my God.
As your body begins to radiate this light and generate it, you recognize this kind of like feeling. It feels almost like it does when your wings are unfurled, when your radiant self shines through. Except it feels different somehow. It feels empowering, and it feels like the light that you hold within your heart, the light that you try and like the goodness that you try and spread to other people, that you see the good in them, feels like it is literally cracking through your exterior and shining through your being. You feel like this facade that you've been living in for the past couple of years, this defeatist mindset, has just shattered, and you have been reforged. As you look down, a small amount of electricity crackles across your fingers as you watch as the light you shine casts this goldish, like this golden silver light across the room, and it casts across Evelyn's face, and she just begins weeping and like nodding. She is just at a complete loss for words.
Are you okay?
She literally can't bring herself to say anything. She is just overcome with emotion.
There.
And that is where we will end tonight's session.
Okay.
Dray, after
You
this is
didn't tell her you loved her.
Dray,
me.
after this is over, I'm gonna have to send you something real quick. But
Alrighty.
thank you everybody for tuning in for another session of Legends of Stoneharbor. It has been a great way to round out the year. Let me tell you. So, once again, as always, I have been your Dungeon Master Walkman EXE. Joining me, as always, are my amazing role players, Josh Kaposh, Colin, Star, Zammy, and Doc.
Ooh!
We have brought you this wonderful entertainment, The Legend of Stoneharbor, and we hope you will tune in next year for another delightful batch of sessions. Goodbye,
200
everyone.
months. Swag.
Oh, that was good.